Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty. So tonight, what exactly you've been waiting for is the group discussion on the recently concluded Miss Universe 2024 finals that took place in Mexico City on November 16th. And I want to know if you guys watched the show. What do you think of the show? And if you have any thoughts or opinions about the show, let me know by commenting down below in the chat box. And, I want to know exactly what you think. Because I think we all have different opinions. And it would be nice to be able to express how we feel about the show, about the winner, about the results, and about the new, the new era of Miss Universe. So we're just waiting for our guests to show up today. Let me see. All right, let's see who's joining in. We have Antonio, we have Wilfredo, we have Noemi, and we have the pageant Empress, who will be late, like 1 hour late, but he'll be here to join us. So let's welcome them. We have Antonio trying to get in. Let's see. So how's
Hello.
everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Hello.
How are you, maybe Rafa?
Hey, Antonio, what's up?
Good. It's already dark and it's 6 p.m. in Vancouver in the West Coast, so it's a strange, strange feeling.
Okay, well, yeah, you're bright enough. I can see your face, but it would be better though if it would be much brighter.
Yeah, I know. Sorry for that because it's totally dark, and this is, I think, the best possible thing for me.
Okay, no, that's fine. But your head,
Oh yeah. Let
yeah,
me. I will on that.
okay. Well, waiting for everybody. Hey, William. Hey, William Prendiz. How are you, darling?
Hi.
Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Matt. Good afternoon. Okay. Hey, Jayton, Joshi. Hello, Splitting Banana. Hello, Nameless. Are you BQM? What's BQM, Nameless? I don't know what that is. Antonio, my darling, says GRF. I don't know. Nameless. I don't know what BQM means. I don't know what that means. All right. So Wilfredo is fixing his lighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you can.
All right, we're waiting for Noemi. I think she should be soon here. George, the pageant Empress, is joining us, but he said he will be at least an hour late because he has some work to do. Okay.
There.
Okay, Andy says horrible no live stream for people on YouTube. Roku channel was not really Roku
Yes.
channel
Oh
did
yeah.
not advertise it properly. Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the
Disaster.
Machineries channel don't have a live stream. It was so bad. Watching from Edmonton, Canada. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that at all.
Yes, now, you are in Edmonton. I'm in Vancouver right now, and this thing happened to me. I missed the first maybe 10 minutes
Mhm.
of the competition because they promised to go to YouTube. Nothing happens, and I have to buy the package. I spent like 37 Canadian dollars so
Yeah.
to watch the finals.
Was it worth it?
I mean, at least I watched it,
Yeah.
without any problem. So it was worth it in a way.
How was the transmission? Was it like clear? Was
It was
it
clear.
it was
It was
clear?
clear. It was clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I heard in some parts of the world it was average. It was grainy. It wasn't clear at all.
Yeah,
So
at least because I pay for the YouTube, I was having a high quality.
oh, okay. All right. No, Nameless. I'm not Beauty Queen material. That's not my name. I don't have any other names on YouTube except Critical Beauty. Okay. Um, Ahmed, hi Ahmed. I can't wait for y'all to get into some things. Honey, this year's Miss Universe was a mess. I heard a handful of people were watching as members. Yes, is that true, Antonio? Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to be a
I mean,
member to be able to watch it.
yes, correct.
See, this is the thing, it's business as usual. The company has to make as much money as they can. And, selling memberships, I think is a good way to maximize profits. I mean, if you were a business, you would do exactly the same thing. You sell a product, so either people will buy it or they won't, you know. So in this case, I think a lot of people bought it because because they're desperate. They're desperate to watch the show. That's why they had to buy it. They didn't have any choice.
No,
Okay.
but the issue is like hours before they say, we heard you fans and we're going live on YouTube. So everybody assume, including me, oh great, the show is gonna be free.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Nothing is free these days.
Yeah.
Nothing is free, even water, for Pete's sake. When I was in Mexico, I had to buy bottled water because I
Yes.
didn't I wasn't sure what the water quality. I've heard of horrible stories about people
No.
drinking water in Mexico
Good.
and getting sick. Okay. And some of the girls got sick, drinking water. So yeah, so nothing is free these days. Even air is not free. You have to you have to pay for clean air.
Yeah.
You know, so nothing is free except your dignity, right? Your dignity is free. And
Yeah.
self-respect and self-love, all that is free. So anyway, it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen my two previous vlogs where I've vlogged about my first day, my first few days in Mexico. Okay.
Yes, we saw it.
Did you see it? Okay. Funny incident because like during the preliminaries, okay, well, the preliminaries was something else. I thought the preliminaries was awful. I think a lot of people would agree, especially the evening gown competition, if you can even call it a competition. Okay. It was a disaster. And I vlogged about it, okay, right after the show. And I uploaded it to my TikTok, and now it's like going viral. Okay. So it has gone so viral that it caught the attention of ABC News.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So a producer from ABC News contacted me like 2 days before I left Mexico, and they wanted to interview me, right? And they knew my history, they knew my background, and then okay, oh, Noemi's here. Let's admit Noemi. So they knew about my background, and they said, Rafa, this producer from ABC News. We saw your videos, we would follow your channel, and we would love to interview you for our special about Miss Universe. And I was like debating whether or not if it's a good idea, because when a big network comes knocking on your door, and they tell you, they promise you the world, only, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I had to be very careful and cautious. Like, okay, should I really accept this invitation to be interviewed? I mean, what if they twist my words to fit their narrative? Okay. Because I really don't like that. The whole idea of telling your story to some stranger, and this stranger ends up like twisting your story around to fit his own perverted narrative. Okay. I mean, you
So you
understand.
haven't decided yet.
I said yes, and
Okay.
they actually interviewed me the day after the finals.
Okay, cool.
They interviewed me at the hotel where the girls were staying, at the Intercontinental Presidente Hotel in Mexico City, and they had set up this room, with all the cameras and the lights and whatnot. And then, fine, whatever comes out of my mouth, that's exactly what I'm gonna say. Hi, Miss Noemi.
Hi.
Good. I was gonna ask you to fix your camera.
Yes.
Because I'm very picky, right?
Yeah, I know.
My
I've been
phone.
having technical difficulties over here, by the way.
I want everybody to have a horizontal landscape, so we all look good.
So I want to make sure that I look good.
Honey, you look good. You always look good.
Thank you
So
to
I-
Origins and L'Occitane skincare products.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so I agreed to be interviewed, and I was interviewed. I think it was, let me see, I'm trying. Oh, I think the interview for nearly an hour. Now, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how much of this footage are they going to show on television, and they said that they will air it tomorrow. So as soon as I find out about the exact time, I will post it on my social media
But
platforms.
do you know what it's
Please.
going to be about? You know, just general Miss Universe pageant?
It's
or-
about the pageant itself. Because this year has been quite controversial because again, the high amount of contestants, 127, 25 down, 25. And then Miss South Africa leaving at the last minute, girls getting sick. I mean, it literally drew attention enough to, for the mainstream media to pick up the story.
Yeah.
So they contacted me and asked me, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So once I know the time and date of the telecast, I will post it on my social media platforms. So hold on to your seats. It's going to be hot. There's a lot of tea. I spilled a lot of tea. Okay. So we'll see. Just reading some of the comments here. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I just said, can you spill tea? Yeah, I will spill tea. I agree with you, but okay, yeah. The new MUO is very disorganized. I agree. I think a lot of us would agree.
Yeah.
Hello to the hot Ecuadorian guy. Okay,
Oh.
you have a new fan.
Hey.
But there is a leaked video about Miss Universe 2024. What leaked video? You mean the new winner, the Miss Denmark? What leaked video?
Yeah, I don't know.
Has anybody seen it? I haven't seen it.
No. Please
I
let us
haven't heard
know.
anything about it. I think people are just
they're
making up stuff,
stories.
stories.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what these people are talking about. There's so many, there's so many things to say. But before we start, I would like to congratulate Noemi because her girl, Miss Cuba, made the cut in Miss International 2024 and also earned the title of Miss International America. So congratulations to Shelby.
Yes.
Our girl Shelby. How was your experience in Japan?
It was great. Actually, I was very pleasantly surprised. Honestly, I went with no expectations. I really wanted to go because I've been with the organization since 2009, and this was the first time I was actually going to the pageant.
Okay.
So I've never been there physically or met any of the staff members or anything like that. Of course, a lot of the staff members have changed throughout the years. So I think the changes have been good. The pageant ran really, really well. It ran smoothly. It wasn't boring. They had really good artists. They had the people entertained. They had a really good MC that kind of like hyped up the crowd. And yeah, it was very exciting. I knew from the prelim, once we were done with prelims, I had a feeling that we were in it. But again, anything could happen because that international is very unpredictable and you never know.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a few girls that were surprises in the top 20 and also the top 8 that were like girls that
shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. Let's put it that way. But regardless, we're super happy. Shelby is really happy. She wanted more, obviously. She wanted at least the opportunity to place top 8 to be able to express herself and have an opportunity to speak. I think that if she would have had that opportunity, she would have been a shoo-in in the top 5.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Great speaker. Yeah.
She's a great speaker. So I think style-wise, she looked amazing. She looked beautiful. She looked elegant.
Yep.
Regal. Thank you to Ming for always dressing my girls from Vietnam. They've been amazing, taking care of my girls. And so I want to congratulate Wilfredo because it's a team effort. It wasn't just me. So Wilfredo had a lot to do with this outcome. We're excited. This is what we wanted. I didn't go in, obviously you go in wanting the crown, right? You want to win, but for Cuba was very important to at least place this year because we had not placed, and it's been way too many years. We have not, I mean, the first time we placed was our debut, which was in 2009. And since then we have not placed. And the fact that we got a plus and bonus of, the Continental Queens, and that was voted by the girls, and they really loved Shelby. She created really close bonds with the girls. I feel I was able to observe the girls at International. Okay, I've been to so many pageants, but I have to say that International is the most calm pageant out there.
Yeah.
It's so calm. There's no drama.
There's no scandal.
No scandals.
Yeah.
There's tension within the girls because it's a competition, and obviously, there's always tension, and you hear, a little bit, but it's not like grand. It's not like Miss Universe. It's not like other pageants that there's like major drama. So I think if you're a girl that wants a really nice experience and don't want that added pressure like Miss Universe or a grand, International will be your pageant in that regard. And I really had a nice time. Stephen was like, well, were you bored this year? And I was like, no, this year I was not bored. Years prior, yes.
Well, see, last year for entertainment, they had a pianist, right?
Yeah.
But this year they had a saxophone player.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit more noisy than last year.
Yeah. And then this year they had like a glee group and some like K-pop group.
Yeah.
They were really good. I got to meet a few of the national directors.
Yeah, I saw your group photo.
Mexico.
Yeah, I saw your group photo. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 19 of us that were there. I didn't expect so many, honestly, because since there were, people were at Earth and
Universe,
and it was like we didn't expect a really good group, but after Earth, then they just flew into Japan. Yeah, and Japan is wonderful. I loved it. I was able to spend a few extra days, did a little bit of tourism, Shelby as well. So
how was the weather, by the way?
Beautiful. It was, I overpacked because I was thinking it was going to be super, super cold, and it wasn't. It's very fall-like weather.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like a light sweater, nothing. I was always hot because you walk over there all the time. It's like New York that you walk everywhere. So I was always like constantly, I was always hot, but the weather was beautiful, and I'm excited. We did great, and let's see what happens next year. Now I want more. Now it's like we got our foot in. Now, let's work for a little more.
Right, exactly.
One of the things that I love about this year was much better. Even the pictures of the swimsuit pictures from Miss International were high caliber. I was very impressed. They kind of step it up things.
Yes.
But one of the things that I know that I was happy was about the SDGs, that technically, if I'm not mistaken, Miss International is the first pageant that brought the SDG into light recently. And then Miss Universe follows kind of last year, but this year they were doing more SDGs. It's like they were kind of taking from Miss International and inspiration to join forces for this. But the competition was pretty good. Noemi and myself, we were up. I was up at 3 a.m.
Me too.
Because and this is the thing that I was kind of teary emotional when Noemi was talking, because Shelby worked so hard. We started working with her August. She's a human being. She has a heart of gold. And she did something that we always advise our girls. When you get there, you just be in touch with us every time. That girl didn't leave her room without checking on us about outfits.
Who was your
This is
roommate?
magic.
Dominican
Dominican
Republic.
Republic, and she was so sweet.
Yeah, she was so sweet.
She
Yeah.
Okay.
So sweet.
she won the I think the continent award at the most voted. So she
Oh,
was
okay.
able to make the cut. But I was happy because for the second time in history, since they put the Miss Popularity or Miss to vote, Cuba made the top five or top four. Our first one was Rachel 2 years ago. She was the first Cuban to be in the top three, top four, and Shelby was between top two to three through the competition. So I was super happy that that this year Cuba made history in three different ways.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but she did something that we just asked to the girls, and if I can pull up the whole messages, you will see that from day zero when she arrived to Japan, she didn't leave that room without checking with us and everything. And she applied herself because of that, because she did her job, she did her work in everything. We saw the results. The competition
Yes.
was strong
Yeah.
because it's a very peaceful competition. It's kind of Miss World,
It was very
but that
clean. It was
was
very smooth.
make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
when the competition is very smooth, it's the most difficult to win because sometimes you feel like, oh, this is heaven. So your guard is down, you're not
Right.
focusing, your adrenaline is not there. So they're gonna be looking at that. And then when you see the final people, it's about why I didn't make it. It's like they give you this pill to make you sleepy to see if you can make it happen. But Miss International this year step it up their game. There's some stuff that they need to continue fixing,
Well,
but
you
in
know, I think
essence,
as long as the
it's
pageant,
doing good.
yeah, as long as the pageant is taking place in Japan, you will always expect calmness.
Yes,
Mhm.
agree.
Because that's what Japanese culture is all about, you know,
Yeah.
calmness and tranquility, all this Zen-like atmosphere, you know, which is great. And the majority of the judges are always Japanese anyway, right?
Yeah,
All of them except
So
for one, I think, or two Japanese.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And of course,
And what I love,
to them, smooth skin, beautiful, fair skin,
yeah.
you know, is important.
Yeah.
So, which
And that was another thing for Cuba. I'm sorry, Rafa, to interrupt you when you say first the skin and everything. One of the challenges that we have is Shelby is a model. She's not your typical beauty queen. So we needed to break the mold of being a runway model to be a pageant queen. Let her know, turn down on weight because they don't like too much toning. So what's a game changer for her? In these months that we worked with her, she was able to transform herself to be appealing to them. But
Mhm.
her communication skills, everybody loved Cuba, and there's a video that honestly bring me joy because it showcased what she is made of, and she showcased the beauty of a Cuban woman. She lit a prayer and they
Yeah,
recorded
I
it
saw
and
that.
posted.
I saw
And
that
girls
she
were
led a prayer with
crying.
all the other girls. Yep, I saw that.
And for me, that was beautiful because that was one of the things that we did with her when I was working with her in Q&A as well. I didn't want to take her spiritual belief message from her answers. I
Mhm.
respect that. We balanced it, but she stayed true to herself and she understood how to do it. And I was happy because she was able to talk about it without sounding like she's a nun or a priest. But people love Shelby. I hope I can get more girls like that in the future. So we are gonna be working with her. She's gonna take advantage of the title, the continental title that she got, and everything because I want more. This is my first international classification
Well,
under
you know
my
what?
wing, so I
Yeah, who
want that.
knows? You know, Cuba has been doing so well this year. I mean, you have a placement in Miss International. They place in Miss
Mhm.
Earth, and then they place in Miss Universe. So who knows? Maybe Shelby could transition to Miss Universe Cuba. Who
Yeah.
knows? You know.
And we have in Colombia the first ever Cuban make it in Reinado Entrance de Café in Colombia with Maria. So we started the new year, a new year, doing making Cuba proud, being top five, winning one of the special awards, and then
Right.
closing at least us closing with making history again in Japan. So for me, that is very important.
Yeah.
In Miss Earth, that girl, congratulations, and the girl from Cuba from Miss Universe, congratulations as well. So
So is Shelby back in the States?
Yeah,
yes,
she's back.
She is.
Mhm.
Okay. So what about the top five? Are they still in Japan still, or
No, they came back.
They came back.
had to stay a few extra days and then for
Yeah.
promotional reasons and stuff.
yeah? So did Vietnam deserve to win?
To be honest, let me talk. I don't have anything, because you are from Cuba. She deserved top eight, in my opinion. She was in my top 8 after the swimsuit competition. But for the final answer, surprised me. I personally have her 6 after the speech. I thought, Naomi, you tell me, but I thought that New Zealand, after the last 4, I thought that was going for New Zealand. Surprised me,
All
yeah.
the directors said the same
I
thing.
thought
Nothing
was
against
that.
Vietnam. Again, Vietnam's director was actually sitting right behind me, so I couldn't comment too much. But one of the directors next to me from one of the African countries, she was filming, and she said, she's like, "Oh, I think New Zealand is gonna win." And then suddenly they said Vietnam, and we looked at everybody looked at each other like, "What?" It like plot twist. I personally thought it was between
Indonesia?
Spain and Indonesia.
Yeah.
For me, Indonesia in the prelims, she won the prelim competition. I didn't pay much attention to Indonesia until when I saw her in person. And I was like, oh, she, for me, represented what was Miss International.
Yeah, I was hoping for Indonesia to place higher, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when they eliminated her, everybody gasped.
Was shocked, yeah.
because she was so strong. We didn't see that coming. And then they took, then I was like, okay, well then it's Spain. And then they took Spain away, and we're like, oh, okay, what's going on? And then I thought it was New Zealand, and everybody else thought it was New Zealand. And then it was like Vietnam, and everybody's jaw just dropped, and because nobody expected it. So
none of the girls came up to Vietnam to congratulate her?
we did, but everybody was shocked. Like even the girls were shocked. Like they didn't see it coming.
They didn't see
either.
it coming. Yeah.
I think that the Indonesia had the same problem that happens last year with Colombia. She was doing fantastic, and when I saw her on stage, the hair was like
her styling wasn't the best.
The
Her
styling in the final, I was expecting her to have like a high bun to showcase that beautiful face, and that's the same thing that happens to Colombia last year. Colombia was like they want to like running with Venezuela, but when you see the styling of Colombia, I feel like looks like she just wake up out of the bed, brush her hair, let's go. And Venezuela was all well put together. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's Miss International. You need to look like a lady, like very
Exactly,
demure,
like-
well put together.
Yeah, you have to look very demure, very meaningful.
Exactly.
Exactly. So when I saw the current winner with the put together, I said, okay, good job. And then when I saw Indonesia, I said, she didn't have time to do her hair.
No, there was time. There was time.
But that's me. That's me thinking like, she didn't have time to do her hair.
There was time.
It's
Because
just, I was like,
the girls were at the Tokyo Dome early in the morning, and they were there all day. So there was plenty of time to get ready, to do whatever. They did a mini prelim. I don't know if you guys saw it prior to the pageant. They went live. So what they did was they lined up everybody in their evening gowns for the judges. And then the judges kind of like looked at everybody.
It's like a preview, yeah.
Like a preview, exactly.
yeah, but I think I blame styling wise on that particular competition because you need to look well put together. I blame that particular moment. I think that's when she threw away the crown. When you saw her and the hair is all down and you're like, oh, come on. But I love Spain.
Yes.
The look of Spain and New Zealand, the short hair, blonde, I was like, something different. Because that was giving me like a comeback of the new Miss Earth.
Yeah,
that
Spain isn't Spain blonde? Is she blonde? Yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
blonde.
she's blonde.
She's
Yeah,
Doctor,
and
I
gorgeous
believe.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna be laughing if Miss International crowned a blonde with short hair like Miss Earth did, because Miss Earth Australia is gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
it's
Yeah.
all about her face.
I
Yeah.
was so,
Mhm.
and again, this is Asia. I said it before in my other life.
Yeah.
These count. These count. It's a beauty pageant. This is not Miss Harvard. These count.
And this is why a black girl will never win Miss International, correct? Right? Let's be honest, okay? What's the point
Yeah.
of sending black beauties to Miss International if they're not even gonna place anyway? Okay.
Well, we have some placements. It's
Yeah,
just
but
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but for me,
I'm talking
like,
about winning. I don't
winning,
care
for-
about this, I'm talking about winning.
yeah, but for
winning
me,
the
for
top
example, the
plum.
only black woman that I remember deserved to win was when Germany won Miss Cabo Verde.
She was
Oh my
like,
gosh, she was
Yes.
amazing. She gave the best speech, the most elegant, and she played second. I
I
was like,
thought
what?
I think that
so.
was the
Like,
year that
yeah, to me,
I think that was the year
that was one of the
Indonesia
biggest
won.
WTF.
No,
Like,
Germany.
why the hell
Oh, Germany,
Germany
okay.
won? Like, where did she come from? You know,
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
me that was like, Cabo
No,
Verde
Cabo Verde
won.
was. I think the closest as black that they have was maybe one of the Miss Venezuelas, and the
Colombia.
latest one was thank you,
Colombia.
Colombia. I'm sorry.
Colombia,
Colombia.
2004.
And then
Yeah. Mhm.
Puerto
Mhm.
Rico in 2014, because she's not white, but she's like my skin tone, but she will consider that the darkest skin tones that you can see as a winner of Miss International. After Café
It's
con
a culture,
Leche,
again, it's a
it's not going.
cultural
Cafe
thing.
Ole.
Yeah.
They
It's
prefer
a
Yes.
cultural
Ole.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cafe Ole.
Yeah. But congratulations to Miss International. Thank you to Noemi to calling me, because I was so exhausted because we were not sleeping that I zoomed down completely, and she called me. Why you not watching the pageant? I'm watching it. She wake me up, and I was like this because we were tired. We only have like 2 hours of sleep.
There was no
But what was
there
it?
was no excuse.
What
You
was it?
should have been up. Okay.
I was up.
You were up. Antonio was up. And
You know what, Antonio?
That's another thing.
I was liking you until now.
I think that's
Just
one thing.
kidding.
That's one thing I don't like about Miss International as far as production goes, is because they always put the show like in mid-afternoon, where it just doesn't make. I think they put on the show for the Asian audience, not for the American or the Western Hemisphere audience.
Yeah.
It's for the Asian
It's
audience.
cultural events.
Yeah.
How it was explained to us in the directors meeting is that this event is they don't live off of the pageant. Their money doesn't come from the pageant. The money comes from the university, which is the wellness and spa university, and then their spa. That's what their main source of income. And then anything that comes in for like license fees and stuff like that for international goes towards the production of Miss International. So it's not like Miss Universe, it's not like Miss Grand, they don't live off of it. It's just an event that they hold every year. Not even the government has nothing to do with sponsorships or anything like that. So it's a private event. All the very rich people from Japan goes.
That's understandable. Were there bloggers though who were blogging the pageant?
Missology was there.
Okay.
And I think that they were the only ones there, because again, since there was 3 pageants going on at the same week, everybody went to.
I think there's another one. Crown Philippines was there, because they were they were both in Miss Universe and in Tokyo for Miss International.
Oh, okay.
They were
I
doing
didn't see
that one.
them. I saw Missology.
Low profile. Well, Missology, because Stephen Diaz used to be part of Missology. So
Yes.
so they have connections and stuff. Well, that's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So I'm glad that Vietnam won. I think Vietnam, as far as winning, I think this is their 3rd major crown. They won Miss Grand International, and then of course the Miss Earth, and then this time Miss International. So they're catching up. Vietnam is catching up. Southeast Asian countries are still catching up, but they still have a way to go before catching up with the Philippines.
Well,
But
I think that
it's only a
they're
matter
doing
of
a great
time, I
job.
think.
But I think it's again because of the market where the money is. And
Mhm.
now that Noemi said that makes more sense. But then it's like if a private sourcing giving the funding and she's the spa and everything and it's cultural, then the girl that goes there needs to be very well demure to be more appealing to their eyes.
All right. That's a wrap up of Miss International 2024. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, moving on to Miss Universe. This is the reason why we're here and people are, writing all these stuff. Come on, people. Let's talk about Miss Universe now. Okay, people. Her name is not Naomi, it's Noemi. It's Noemi. Noemi, are you single?
Who is asking?
Who's asking? Does he have money?
A guy named Nameless. His name is Nameless.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that
don't
means
got
Noemi, are
money.
you
If you're
single?
looking for a sugar mama,
No.
it's not me. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Hi, Janice Johnson, darling. Janice says, Wilfredo, daddy, I wish you were straight. What a hottie.
Mm.
Well, you know what, honey? You never know. Wilfredo could be versatile.
Depending on the
Look at him.
on
He's
what you're
blushing.
offering.
Oh, that's too funny.
I hope my sister is not watching this right now. Okay, thank you for the compliment because normally it's Antonio the one that get the compliments.
You too.
Thank you.
Rafa, don't you think Khun Anne forgot to pay the electricity bill in Mexico?
Maybe.
Maybe. She declared bankruptcy. You guys know that, right? She declared
Yeah.
bankruptcy.
Yeah.
That's why nobody can sue her anymore because she doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
Gone. Not even Paula Shugart. Paula Shugart filed a lawsuit against Khun Anne for defamation, but I think that lawsuit was dropped. So yeah, she can't because she declared bankruptcy.
Well, how many companies? I mean, nowadays companies do that to protect their assets. So it's
Somebody's asking, what is the T between Nawat and MGI India organization? I've seen some posts, they're no longer together. Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I saw
Anybody
that.
knows? Anybody knows the beef, the reason why?
No
Money,
idea.
of course, right? Again, it's money, business, right?
No idea,
it
but
wasn't about the money.
I have
It
a
wasn't
little
about the money.
bird that I know, but I cannot say
A little birdie
or
told
her
you,
name.
Willie?
Yeah, little birdie told me that allegedly there's a possibility that it's because of the director's personality. I haven't confirmed it by other birds, but apparently that create clashes and
Doesn't match. Okay.
doesn't match, and that is the
That's
reason.
not true. That's not true. I'm sorry.
That's what I heard for somebody very, But
What did you hear,
again,
Noemi? Tell us, please.
yeah,
I spoke with him directly because when I saw the post, I thought it was a rumor. Because he just, like I said, he just won, so it didn't make any sense to me. And he was still in Mexico. It was still going on the Miss Universe, and he told me yes, it was true, and I was like, what? I was like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't understand, because they were the last time I spoke with them, they were planning the homecoming and for her and all that stuff. And they had plans for bringing, her and the organization to India. And there was even mention of a possible India hosting at some point. Maybe not, next year, but, at one point. So those conversations were already going on. As per what he explained to us, it had nothing to do with the money. Obviously, when you win, and that goes with all the pageants, if your girl places top 5, automatically your license fee will go up. And the more that you place, it goes higher and higher and higher. Okay. So obviously, then he got the contract to renew, but the problem was that, you know, that when you have a brand like India Grand, and when your girl wins, then suddenly out of the woodworks comes out a bunch of other organizations that think that they could do it better, or, you know, and
Right.
so there was a bit, you know,
Oh,
then you start the bidding war. And the fact, this is my thing, and what I love about international is that they're loyal to their national directors. If there's somebody requesting the license, they will let you know. You will get an email that will let you know, are you planning on renewing? Are you not? You know, and but you are the first person to either they contact to, are you going to renew? Yes or no?
Well,
Okay.
it's a matter of courtesy.
It's a courtesy,
Yeah.
exactly. So unfortunately, that courtesy was not given to him.
Mhm.
And then you have a bidding war. And it was like, well, if you're considering other offers, then that you know, that's a little disrespectful, because I should be the first person that have the right to either take, you know, renew or not.
Mhm.
yeah, they did that with Enrique as well in Brazil, so that's a surprise.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's not even, well, it happened to me. It happened exactly
yeah.
to me, you know, and I was with the organization for 10 years. So it's just a fact of common courtesy. It's just
Yes.
business, you know, and the whole thing of, oh, well, this is business. This is how it
Yeah,
is.
but no.
But no, there's, you know, have a little respect in the fact that you have
Yes.
people that are working. You built the brand. Enrique built the brand in Brazil. I built the brand in Cuba. You know, he built the brand in India and won. So the fact that the brand is established, we should be first, you know, it shouldn't be a first come first serve type of thing.
Right.
You know, so I felt very bad for him. You know, he doesn't feel bad. He's like, you know what? I have other things to do. I'm not going to think about, you know, I'm not going to dwell, because, you know, he's a businessman and he has other projects but, you know, he was like, what was the one that wanted to grow the brand bigger in India? And I feel like this decision kind of closed the door for that, for MGI.
I think it's a bad move because, again, like I said that before when what happened with Enrique. Loyalty is something that, in order for a brand to continue to grow, you need to have loyalty. And that is one of the reasons I can say that Miss International has. Doesn't matter what the director is, they have loyalty with their directors. There's a good longevity, especially with people that are working the brand that is helping you out. So we all were happy that because we knew that business wise, now what needed India to win, hands down. But then with this happening, what is going to happen? How this is going to affect the image in India? We already know that he kind of messed it up when he didn't choose the first India to win and was chosen Paraguay. So now you kind of redeem yourself, and then boom,
Right.
you messed it up again. You know,
Yes.
you have Enrique in Brazil. Come on, I mean, you have had an amazing queen traveling, and then you did this, and then now this. So he have a good product. It's just the word loyalty needs to be engraved in this, because if not, doesn't matter how amazing your show is or the production is, you will not be able to have the correct people in the key countries to help you grow the brand.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if it's a question of money, really loyalty has no place. Again, you know, I mean, you could be you could be the best, you could be the best of friends, you know, with the CEO, you know, but if a third party has more money than you do, you know, au revoir, goodbye, move
Yeah.
on to the next one. I mean, it's business, so I don't think anybody should take it personally. But
But don't you think,
look what
Rafa,
happened.
that
Look what happened with what's his face, George Wittels. Wittels used to be
Oh.
the director of Venezuela.
Yeah.
Now he's gone, and now I just found out that Osmel Sousa,
Osmel Sousa, yes.
apparently there's a
national
rumor that
director.
it's Osmel Sousa, so I wonder how that's going to be created.
Is it a rumor or is it confirmed? I think it's confirmed.
I don't know.
It
I mean,
is.
those MGI did their official announcement like they always do. This is our new director.
That's true. That's true.
Because
So,
I haven't seen nothing.
so it's
and
still a
it-
rumor.
Nothing. Maybe it's a rumor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a rumor.
especially
But I would
because
think
they,
that's a conflict of interest right
Yeah.
there.
I was
With
going to
Miss
say that,
Universe.
Miss Universe.
With
especially
Universe.
because there's another rumor that the reason why the new Miss Universe won is because Osmel chose that woman. That's another rumor in the mix.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. And I would not be impressed because he loved beautiful women. And Denmark is a human Barbie.
She was. I think she deserved to win. Yeah. She was my.
She was my pick
my
to
pick.
win. When the concentration started, I said, well, she's the one to beat.
Yeah.
With Thailand, that was another one that I wanted to win. If we was looking for inclusion, I was rooting for Puerto Rico. That were my standouts.
But inclusion doesn't.
Or
it's-
inclusiveness is not going to win.
Inclusion
been
doesn't
proven.
sell.
That is a fake. It's just
That is-
advertisement. It's just to get more girls to compete. That's
Mhm.
all.
Yes, it's another way of making money. It's another way. This
Yes.
inclusion, this diversity, equity, inclusion. That's the buzzword that all companies, you know, promote to attract more potential customers. Okay, but it doesn't mean they only want your money. They don't want your company or your friendship or your loyalty. They just want your money. Okay.
That is the reason why I believe that hopefully this time they learn their lesson. That doesn't matter how much they promote open age, open body and cellulite, open transgenderness,
Guys, but
or whatever. No married woman with kids is gonna win. No transgender is gonna win.
And how many
No
mothers?
full figure
And how many
win.
mothers were there in this year's
15.
edition? Well,
15?
Olivia Culpo announced 18. Like who? I thought it was there were only 15. Who were the other three? Because Julio
I
and
don't know.
I were doing some research, right? Like I thought
I
it was
have no idea.
I thought it was
15.
15.
18. Who are the other 8? Who are the other 3? You know,
Maybe they got married in Mexico.
knows?
But
but guys, let's talk about something like the most important. I think I have been watching the Miss Universe pageants in 1996, but I have been watching also, you know, YouTube, the 80s, the 70s. I think that is the worst Miss Universe pageant ever. In terms of
definitely.
production. Let's talk about that. Let's start talking about
Yes.
that. Period.
Yeah.
Are we starting
Production
officially
wise,
talking
it
for
works.
Miss Universe? Are we starting officially?
We are starting officially, but first and foremost, I want to say to my lovely friend, hi, Luis Portelles is watching. Hi, Tito Rafa Bishop. Luis and I finally met in person in Mexico City.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Oh, wow.
We finally
It's
met.
amazing.
So love you, Luis. So we finally met. See that? Okay, that was I think that was one of the best highlights of my visit in Mexico because I was able to meet people in the pageant industry whom I've really admired and followed, you know, for so long. I met Alexander Gonzalez for the very first time. As you know, Alexander Gonzalez was the mentor and coach of a lot of Venezuelan beauty queens, and also Julia Gama. He mentored
Amelia Vega.
Amelia Vega. Okay, he was staying at the hotel, and I knew right away that was him because he's bald. And he is like the sweetest person that you could ever possibly meet. Something about he's so genuine and he's so something about his energy that radiates, you know. I love him to death. And also I met before the day after I met Gerhard, the CEO.
Oh yes, I saw the picture.
And Mrs. Supernational. He was there. You could never miss him because he's tall. He's like, all right, oh my God, you know, this is Gerhard. And he saw me first. So he came up to me and he gave me the biggest bear hug. Oh, as if he was about to lift me up. Okay. He was so he was just so amazing. I love Gerhard. So we chatted for a while, and he did a greeting, to congratulate Critical Beauty for 20 years and stuff. So I thought it was wonderful. I also met I don't know if you guys follow Putra Pasarela, that Indonesian guy who's in
Yes.
Paris. He's like everywhere. He's like world famous. Okay. So I saw him for the first time in the preliminaries, and he recognized me because he always appreciates my my posts, and also I always like his posts when I see him. So again, he was like, oh my God, his body, he has no body fat. Putra Pasarela, my God, what is your secret? You have absolutely no zero fat. And he was wearing high heels, okay? But he was like strutting along and stuff and everything, doing his way. And I saw him again doing the finals, and he gave you the biggest hug and kiss and stuff and everything. So that was really, really nice. Meeting people. And who else? Oh, Osmel, I've seen him before. So I took a couple of selfies with Osmel. So that was
So
really
you have you have a bear hug.
I got the biggest bear hug from Gerhard.
You
I got the biggest bear hug.
see,
And
we
I
are the
told him,
ones that do it.
I told Gerhard, you know what? Your show is always incredible. Okay. And I asked him questions like, would you ever bring your pageant outside of Poland? And he said no, because all the production is there, all the support is there. The government, is very instrumental in helping, production. So I think he's pretty much permanent in Poland.
In
I
Poland,
told him,
okay.
I would love to go to Poland next year, because I've never been to any of your shows.
Yeah.
So he was great.
Oh,
Oh, here
yes,
we are,
I saw that
George.
you saw George is in the
Hello.
house.
Hey.
George,
How-
Georgie
guys?
Porgy. Hi.
Hello, George.
How are
Hello.
you? Looks
I'm
like you just
good.
woke up.
No, I had a class in the morning, so I just finished the class. So like I just rushed in.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay,
So
I
how
need
are
to do
you-
something. I need to do something for George because he had the best birthday present ever. His birthday was on Miss Universe Day. So happy
yeah.
late birthday again. So
Oh, happy
birthday to
birthday.
you.
Yeah, I'm officially 30 now, so like yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. How does it feel to be
you're
the
a
30 box?
baby.
Yeah. I
Well,
can
actually,
smell puppy breath from
The,
here.
the 30 bucks actually starts at 31. So you're at the
Oh,
end
okay.
of your
I still have a year
20s.
then. Yeah.
You have another year. Yeah, you have another year.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good. It's just that I'm not that pleased with the Miss Universe competitions, so it was so. Yeah.
But
We'll talk.
you still look so much like a baby, George.
I shaved. Like yeah,
Yeah.
because I had like a beard for like a month, like but I shaved for my birthday. So I look different now.
Other people that I met, I met Josh Eugen, the national director.
I saw the
Yeah.
video.
I saw, yeah.
That was hilarious.
The
You
pageant
should have
nerd.
been
too.
dressed up like him.
Yeah. I saw him during the unveiling of the crown event. And said,
Okay.
Josh, I was like, Josh. I need to hug you. I need to hug you. Okay. So he came up to me and gave me and kissed me and stuff and everything. So I thought it was really cute. And he showed me his outfit. Here's an outfit that you can copy if you want. And of course, Michael Cinco,
Oh yeah.
who was one of the judges. He was there. I met him. I met him before the finals and also during the day after the finals at the lobby of the hotel. So we took photos and stuff and everything. Both Josh and Michael told me, Rafa, continue doing what you're doing because you're the best. You're saying all these things that nobody else in the pageantry can say.
Yes.
So bravo.
Praise.
And I was so
Good job, Critical Beauty.
so touched. I was deeply moved by those comments. So I love you, Josh. I love you. I love you, Michael. Of course, Josh, Egypt made the cut.
Yes.
Egypt.
Yes.
Vagina
Gorgeous.
Sala
Deserve it.
made the cut. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one thing that I've learned. Do not trust what you see on the videos on social media, photos, images, whatever. Do not rely on
Face
what
to
you see on
face.
social media. You have to see them face to face. And my
Right.
perception of some of these girls when I saw them in person totally changed.
Oh wow.
Okay, totally changed. Yeah, I mean, I can say about like some of the top favorites were kind of like disappointing. Okay. And some of those totally ignored. Wow, I was really, really impressed. I was, especially when I saw them at the lobby, the day after the finals when they were about to check out of the hotel. Some of them were wearing makeup. Some of them, still looked all made up and everything. And like, for instance, okay, Dominican Republic. A lot of people love Dominican Republic, Selena Santos, okay, and everything. I mean, she looks good on TV, on video, on social media, but in person, I wasn't really that impressed. She looks like an ordinary girl. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I know some of you love Dominican Republic. She was actually my first runner-up, believe it or not. Okay, but when I saw her, like, really, that's it?
Did you guys talk about Celine like saying the full name in the introduction? Like, what do you thought?
Terrible.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
was that all
Why
about?
did she pick the
All the
name?
girls
Because
were given
she
instructions not to mention
showcased
their names, but she
she
said she was the
showcased
only one who
her
said her name.
because she showcased what is being told 2 years so far. She have an
Yes.
ego, she have a
Yeah.
bad attitude, and she brought it in Miss Universe, and karma paid back. If she would have had the best attitude ever, she could have advanced. She was more beautiful in Miss International than in Miss Universe, and she thought that she was there to win and buy her in
Yeah.
the Turkish, which I'm so, so, so happy because her back she's just
Yeah.
ugly.
She wasn't missing the top 12. When she wasn't called, at the end, I was like Peru, Ecuador, Peru, Ecuador, Peru, Ecuador. So
Oh yeah,
I
Peru.
was like,
Yeah.
glad that Dominican didn't make it.
I mean,
Interesting.
objectively speaking, though, because I don't want nobody to hate me, but objectively speaking, on the preliminary competition, Dominican Republic did the best swimsuit walk. I can admit that.
Yeah.
But when I was talking to Noemi, and
That's debatable.
when she went out live, I was like, I told Noemi, she's lacking of energy. Where's the girl that we saw on the preliminary? If you see her doing swimsuit on the prelim versus the final night, it's like somebody put Benadryl on her cocktail and she went down, or I don't know if she was too cocky, confident that she can market and she will still make it to the final.
She was,
But
yeah,
I
she was
not.
giving me cocky attitude, actually. Well, not only that, but during the preliminaries, okay, she did not follow the stage director's
Uh-uh.
the stage direction
Instructions, yes.
instruction.
Yeah.
No,
He
she
was
went,
doing this,
yes,
and
and
she
she went
was
the
like,
other
"Let me go
way.
over here."
She went the
And
other
this,
way.
and
Yeah.
then they came up with this video. Oh, allegedly she stayed there for a while because somebody wasn't there. Oh, please, nobody's got. You need to leave the
Anything for
stage.
attention. Anything for attention. Yeah.
Leave the stage.
Yeah, it's funny too because at the lobby I bumped into Magali Febles, her national director, and I came up to Magali. I wished her luck, and I actually whispered to her ear, "I think your girl is gonna win."
You did? You said that?
Yeah, but it was more like a bad karma, I think. And thank God she did not win.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
Oh,
are saying that Celine should go for Miss Grand International. Do not come to Miss Grand International. No one will hate you. Like for the attitude, no.
Oh, for
Like, she has a
sure.
stage presence, but like the attitude, if she comes to like Thailand for
Yeah.
MGI,
If she does,
she'll
yeah,
be pissed.
if she doesn't change her attitude, no pageant, no other pageant system will take her.
You know what? Still at Miss International, they
She
still
got
talk
lucky.
about her.
Oh
But
yeah,
she
they
got
didn't like
lucky,
her.
though.
Yeah, they don't like her. Yeah.
She plays
That
at
was
five.
some
the first
people.
thing that they told
Yeah.
me when everybody was talking about, Miss Universe. Everybody, even the chaperones, they were like,
Mhm.
They hated her. They hated
But
her.
the
Yeah.
thing is, like some pages in IG pages dedicated for Dominican Republic pageant queens, they were blaming Peru and the Peruvians for the campaign. And I think I made a post on one of them. Like, it's very interesting that you're blaming Peru, but this comment about her bad attitude is being on her for two freaking
Yes.
years. I
mhm.
mean, I had no idea that Peru has so much money to do a bad campaign for 2 years and counting. I mean, you need to be bored. If you have a bad attitude, you have a bad attitude. That happens in Puerto Rico. This person that would be an amazing contender in Miss Universe because the way that this contender portrayed herself, she didn't even place.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want
It
to say names,
happens.
We
but
know who.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I'm happy that she didn't advance because It's just her attitude. I mean, you can be
Yeah.
beautiful, but if you have a bad attitude, a bad soul, that
Okay.
makes you ugly.
One thing that I really don't like is the fact that no matter how hard you defend a specific contestant, like in this case, I would think that, of course, the Dominicans would defend their girl, obviously, because she's their representative. And then when they hear comments like, "Oh, why are they bashing our candidate? She's one of the best, etc." I think they're just jealous of Celine. They're just jealous because they feel that she's a threat. That's their first mentality. That's their first attitude. Oh, they're jealous of our girl because she's the biggest threat. Like, whatever. No, she's not. She wasn't the biggest threat. Okay. Apparently
Actually,
not,
if you have
according
to
to the judges.
like, I actually thought Puerto Rico had the best in swimsuit. If I had to actually be honest, like Dominican Republic was probably like top 3 for me in swimsuits. But I think Puerto Rico had like the best swimsuit block. So I have to disagree with you on that, Rafa, when he said like she had Celine had the
For,
best
for,
swimsuit.
for me, it was Cambodia. So everybody has a different,
Everybody has
Well,
a different opinion.
Well, to
of
be
any
honest with you,
contestant.
and my beautiful Thai said that is when I was talking to Noemi, we were like talking, like separating in groups because we were like, I wish we were able to record our expressions watching the prelim and stuff because we were like, okay, less is more.
Yes.
When you see
Yes.
Jennifer, that I love her, I was rooting for my gallito boricua mejibara Jennifer. Again, if they were looking for somebody to appeal to the rules, she was the one to beat. And her presentation was beautiful. But if I need to be objective, because I knew that inclusion would not win, then I need to go with somebody with the rules. But Jennifer, her runway was well controlled. And that's what I love. Girls, like I said before, you need to be elegant. You need to look that sex appeal, that control. Not everybody can be Zuleika Rivera. That's come from within. Not everybody can be Amelia Vega. Not everybody can be, Diana Mendoza before she became Christian. Not everybody can be, you know, whichever important queen. You need to be yourself. But that's one of the things that I admire, that these girls have so much control and elegance that part brought the fire of what is supposed to be a Miss Universe. Although the show sucks. That was the worst show in history.
All right, let's talk about the show then.
Please.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
talk
That was
about
awful.
the
What
show.
should we
I've
start?
been reading. A lot of people are complaining, this is the worst production ever. And to a certain extent, I do agree. I do agree. Okay. It was like 3 hours long. Okay. But I have to say though, I prefer this pageant, let's say, to the one that took place in Miami back in 2020, or even as far as, or even before that, because there was a lot of Mexican elements on the show that I really, really liked, that I really, really appreciated.
Right.
For the mariachi bands playing, in the beginning of the show, the girls wearing this. I thought the outfits, their entrance outfits were fabulous, with boots and stuff and everything. It kind of reminded me of is like when you look into the details of the style of the clothes, it's very ornate, very, very lavish. Very Mexican, so I really like that. But as far as the actual format goes, like from top 30, I mean, from 125 to the cut to top 30. Yeah, it was like, I really didn't care much for it. I think a lot of you neither, right? You don't care.
You know how many times I
It's a
needed to
huge
be
cut from
switching?
125 to 30. And only 30 girls got to compete in swimsuits. And then from 30 to 12, I would have wanted like from 30 to 15. Add 3 more girls at least, not 12. Make it like at least half of the cut. So I thought it was very drastic as far as elimination goes.
Rafa, how was the stage in person? Like, was it as dark as in the on the live stream? Because in the live stream, I could barely see the contestants. How was the stage like? Lighting in person in Mexico.
Yeah,
How was it?
What? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. How was the lighting or the stage?
The lighting in the stadium was
In person?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when you look at my vlogs, I did. I vlogged about the inside. It was kind of dark,
Yeah.
pretty dark. Yeah,
It's
but there was this
yeah.
big, humongous, huge screen, like a four-sided screen hanging from the ceiling, where everybody can get a good view, a close-up of what's happening and stuff. So I thought that was good. But see, again, when you go to the actual live pageant, there's no way that you can describe the overwhelming excitement and energy that you feel inside.
Yeah.
To those of you who have been to Miss Universe in person, you know what I'm talking about, right? All
Yes.
energy, all these fans from all over the world, waving flags and whatnot, cheering for their girls, that you cannot duplicate on TV. You have to
Exactly.
be there.
Yeah.
You have to be there. So I thought that was very good. I had one of the best seats. I had what they called a silver a seat. I paid good money just to have a good view. Okay. And I'm so glad I did not go to Miss Grand International, because all my money I would have wasted probably in Thailand rather than Mexico. So maybe I'll go to Miss Grand next year, but I really have to work hard. More money.
Well,
I think
apparently Miss Grant is gonna be in Thailand, so I need
In
to check
Thailand.
with
It's gonna be
somebody
in
that is in
Thailand, October
Thailand.
25th, right? October
Yeah,
25th.
confirm.
So
Yeah.
you guys have to come. Yeah. So let's go watch
hopefully,
the MGI together.
George open
George
his
will
house for
host
me,
all of us.
because
Yes,
I want to
please,
see
George.
The
that I can go there.
Airbnb.
Yeah, that'd be
Please.
fun.
We'll have a grand slumber party.
Yeah.
And
But
after that we go party.
yeah, as someone actually been to Miss Grand in person this year, I will say like it was really like big, the stage, but also the lighting was like massive. Like you can
Yeah.
actually see the contestants even from like the back row, which I don't know if that was the same case in Mexico, but I really liked it. Like you guys really need to experience that in person, and meeting the staff, especially as someone who had the press like the card, I was able to like actually interview everyone. So I don't know if that was the same case in Miss Universe. Like, did you get to like interview like Miss Universe and like other
No, see
runners-ups?
that's another problem. See, okay, this is one thing that I like about Miss Universe, is because even though this year was not as good as compared to the past, but
Yeah.
the Miss Universe Public Relations Department, they were kind of decent. They were slightly more organized than before. Okay,
Mm.
but the problem is, because there were over 300 members of the media who came to Mexico to cover the pageant, combination of mainstream media and digital media, like vloggers like myself. And there was no guarantee that all of us could access certain events. You had to be invited. Like for instance, I was not invited to the unveiling of the new crown event. Luckily, my friend Boogie, who unfortunately lost his iPhone and almost lost his new iPhone.
Yeah.
Funny story.
How he's
But
losing
anyway,
phones?
So he was Boogie. Boogie was representing the national director of Cameroon, who could not make it this year. So as a national director, you have all these certain privileges, and that includes access to all the events. So Boogie had 2 tickets, one for himself and one for his plus one. So he invited me to his plus
Oh,
one.
nice.
And that was why I was able to go to the uncrowning of the event. And that's where I met Josh again. That's where I met Nikhil Anand, the national director of Miss Universe India, and all the other big names, in the industry. So that was really fun. So Boogie, thank you so much. Actually, thank you, national director of Cameroon, Vanessa, who could not make it. So yes, so that was fun. But yeah, there was no guarantee. And it also for the press conference after the coronation, it was held in the stadium, but they had reserved this space, for the press conference and whatnot. So I that was great. And of course, I met the pageant nerd, Roger.
Yes.
Yes, I saw.
We love him.
Roger, the
Yeah.
pageant nerd. I'm so happy he's back. It was wonderful. He and I did a live stream together from my Instagram account during the press conference, and I thought that was amazing. I didn't know that Roger is half Filipino. Who would have known? I
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
half
know
Asian?
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
No
didn't
wonder
know.
Yeah.
he's so handsome. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, so like I didn't know. So his father's Filipino, he told me.
Oh, wow.
But he was born and raised in Australia. Thus his cute little Australian "hello mate" accent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice to
Yeah,
hear.
he gave
Okay, that's wonderful.
this is his first Miss Universe attendance, and he brought his partner Anthony with him. Anthony, love them. Both Anthony and Roger.
Oh,
Amazing
that's
couple.
Oh, that's
sweet.
nice. Yeah.
Amazing couple. And they were both wearing the same outfit, like this multicolored, kind of like Joseph the Amazing color, rainbow, whatever, jacket and stuff. They look like
Right,
the
right.
Bobbsey twins, you know.
Okay, I have a question to ask you before we continue. Do you dress like Khun Anne, and do you met her dressed
No, you know
like Khun
what?
Anne?
Okay, I thought about dressing up as Khun Anne and Osmel Sousa. But you know what? I thought about that. But if I had gone through the customs at the airport in Mexico and they found my Khun Anne costumes and wig and Osmel
They were gonna
outfit,
question you?
they could have confiscated them. And you know how much power Khun Anne and Osmel have over the Mexican government. You know what I mean?
I'm
Actually,
sorry,
I didn't
but
consciously
I was
you-
the closest I could get to Khun Anne was like a foot away. I was literally behind her back on stage, when they were doing the unveiling of the new crown, when people
Right.
down stage. I was like literally a foot away from her. But her
You say-
skin, her skin is so white and very smooth. I don't know what she does with her face, but it's like smooth, very
It's like
white.
porcelain,
Huh?
Right.
What?
like porcelain doll, like really, really white.
Yeah, like porcelain, like literally porcelain
Yeah.
white.
is that the
Mm.
Miss Universe
Kind of very
skincare?
scary.
Yeah,
The Miss
but you
Universe
talked to her,
skincare.
right? Did
What?
you talk to Khun Anne? Did you get to like talk to her? Like
No,
briefly?
because she was surrounded by all this security, by these
Ugh.
people and stuff and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
Yeah.
Boo.
I was able to shake Raul's hand. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
On my
okay.
second
How's he?
day. Yeah,
Right.
I vlogged about that. On my first day in Mexico, I went to the hotel.
Right.
I started vlogging just to see, what would happen. And luckily I was at the right place at the right time. Raul and the entire executives and the judges, Nova Stevens, Miss Universe Canada,
Mm.
Michael Cinco, they were all coming out of the office by the hallway, and I bumped into all of them and I said hello to them. I started vlogging. Oh my God. And some of the contestants were there, like India was there, Singapore, Israel were there. So I started vlogging and recording them. So that was really fun. That was really fun. But can we talk about the hotel? Okay, for a hotel that's supposed to be 5-star, okay, it sucks. The lobby, the famous lobby with all these horrible paintings on the
Yeah.
wall. Okay,
Yeah.
I finally saw that
Yeah.
that infamous.
What was that
painting.
painting? Was that a dog?
It was a dog. It was a dog.
It's a chihuahua?
It's a dog.
It was like a surrealist
I was trying to
version.
figure what the hell that thing was.
It was a surrealist version of a painting of a dog. And I looked into the name of the artist is Rafael Contreras. Okay, all right, named after me. Fine, But I thought it was really cool. So anyway, but the entire decor was kind of shabby. It's like some of the furniture
It looked
was
very old.
They looked very old
Yeah.
and musty, right? And then the walls were gray, and then the whole format. I mean, this is a 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel to me is like the Ritz-Carlton, the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles,
Yeah, but
Oh,
Yeah.
the Hotel Athena in Paris. Those to me are 5-star hotels. Not this one. I would probably give this like 2.5. Okay.
wow.
But
But nevertheless, the
uh-huh.
hotel is situated in a district called Polanco, which is a very bougie type of
bougie
neighborhood.
area.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
very
good. So it's
artsy.
safe.
Lot of rich
Right.
people, lots of fine restaurants, and they actually allow dogs inside restaurants.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have all these like bowls of water, for the dogs if you want to walk them and stuff and everything. I thought that was really great. And also the city, that part of the district was actually had a lot of French influence. Oh, I also met Cuquita Pons. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I saw Cuquita Pons. Jorge is his real name with his partner, Edgar. They were also vlogging the lobby. Like I thought, oh my God, I know this person. That's Cuquita Pons. Okay. So we chatted for a while, in Spanish. And then he invited me, Rafa, I'd love very much for you to, to guest on my show one of these days so we can talk about pageants and everything. Sure, we'll do it, honey, no problem. So that was exciting. Yeah. He's like petite. He's like very, very petite. Yeah. Very delicate. But when he put on this Cuquita Pons makeup with the Miss Universe crown, totally different personality.
Oh, wow. Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you haven't followed the name of his channel is Coronas de la Belleza
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah,
YouTube and also on
with the
Instagram.
crown.
Yeah, follow him. He is amazing. So anyway, so that was my impression of the hotel of the district. I stayed in an Airbnb. Wonderful. It's called Casa Amari, Amari. Literally 6 minutes by walk from the Intercontinental Hotel. Okay. It's an amazing historical house that they converted into an Airbnb. The staff are wonderful. They're amazing. I recommend, if you want to go to Mexico City, I recommend that Airbnb altogether. Okay, because everything is there.
I have some questions about the hotel. Like, is it true? Like, one day when you like recorded the content with the Miss Universe contestants, like they kicked out the pageant vloggers. Is that true?
That was one time. That was one time only. That was when
Yeah, I saw that like live stream about it. Just tell me, how did that go?
Yeah, there were a lot of like the vloggers and the pageant fans. They were getting really very loud, and
okay,
some of the people staying in the hotel were complaining because not everybody in the hotel were Miss Universe contestants.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly. That
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
is
Yeah.
kind of like a corporate hotel.
Yeah. So it became
More
like a
for-
circus. It became a
Yeah.
circus. Somebody
Oh, wow.
complained about the noise and the
The noise,
security. So that's why all these noisy fans and vloggers were expelled from the inside of
I
the
heard, Rafa, that some of the bloggers weren't really bloggers. They were able to get press passes, but they weren't really bloggers. They were more fans than
Yes.
bloggers.
Fans with iPhones taking pictures.
Exactly.
videos.
Fans with iPhones, basically.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
I don't know.
So
how
they didn't do any research on who they were giving the press pass. See, that's a problem. That's why you got that
That's
mess
tricky.
in the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not properly vetted. Okay. So
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, again, if they want more exposure, that's fine, but at least have the decency to properly vet the background of
Exactly.
each
Yeah.
vlogger, because there could be some weird psychotic murder.
Weirdos.
Exactly.
Out
You never
there.
know.
Yeah.
Security wise, they were saying that security was mainly handled by the hotel security. So Miss Universe didn't really have its own
Their own stuff.
security there.
Mhm.
Right.
So they fired,
That may be
basically they
true.
fired Miss Universe security, the ones that have been working there for ages, basically.
Mhm.
That
Pretty
that was a dumb move. They should have kept them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't.
I mean,
You know, even if
But
there's a transition and they're gonna bring another company, they should have kept them on and then training the new people coming in. You know what I mean? So that they could be an easy transition. I think they were and same with production. They fired a bunch of people and then it was like a hot mess and nobody knew what they were doing.
You can
Let's see.
tell.
Well,
that-
luckily
you can
nobody
tell
got
that-
hurt, so that's good.
But you can
let's
tell that this production lack of Paula Sugar.
yeah.
El
Oh, totally.
Salvador-
Totally.
Oh,
El
for sure.
Salvador, El
100%.
Salvador was
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Maybe a lot of people were thinking that El Salvador will showcase something like what happened in Mexico, and El Salvador did a better production.
Well, because El
exposure,
Salvador-
they did a great job.
Because the government supported
The
El
government,
Salvador.
The government was involved.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
when you have the government
But-
involved, that it's
Yeah.
different. It's
Yeah,
very
totally.
different. And plus, this is what I didn't understand. I know it's a new organization and stuff, but if there's already a blueprint of how things are run, why not continue that
Yes.
blueprint?
Yes.
And then add or take away or whatever, but at least you have a guide of what you guys are doing. I feel like maybe another factor was having way too many girls competing, too many countries.
it.
I think it got out of
Absolutely.
hand.
Yeah.
Maybe having a cap, like
Mhm.
how it was
That used to be.
before.
Yeah.
You have more
Yeah.
control of what's going on. And then, again, with the whole lack of security, that's a big,
Yeah.
I mean,
It shows-
Mexico is Mexico, okay?
Yeah.
But
Mm.
thank God nothing happened.
Yeah.
You never know. You never
Yeah.
know,
No.
It shows
Yeah.
bad management, bad leadership. Like they didn't know, the responsibilities. By the way, let's talk about 2 weeks in Mexico, and I think that the girls only left twice, 3 times the hotel.
What, I mean, I don't
What they
understand that
did,
either.
True.
Free
like they were
activities.
living
We
in
were
the
none.
hotel. They were living in the
Yeah.
hotel. Might as well. That looks like a pageant that they do in USA.
Yeah.
That is like
Yeah.
a weekend
Yeah.
pageant, and that's it.
Yeah.
Might as well
Yeah.
just do it like a weekend
They
pageant.
didn't even travel around like Mexico.
Nothing.
Right? Like
Yeah,
most of the
nothing.
contestants.
Nothing. And they could have divided the girls. If you had so many girls, divide them in groups, take them to
Yes.
different areas in Mexico. I'm
Mhm.
sure, I mean, I understand they were in the middle of elections, so I'm sure that elections had a big factor on you know, in regards to
Yeah, sure.
production or stuff like that. But how is it possible that Miss International had better activities in better
Yes.
out than Miss Universe? Like,
Because that's one thing that Miss International do. All of these girls played out in groups, and they're doing recordings and
Yes.
here and there over
Yes.
there. And Miss Universe did nothing, just
I
stay
know,
in the
and-
hotel.
And Japan is much more expensive than Mexico City, right? Tokyo, in
Oh,
my
yeah.
opinion. So why
It's-
Miss
yeah,
International can
it
do
is.
it? And
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. If you have American dollars to Mexico, you're living large.
yeah,
You're good.
like
you are
even when Miss World is based in hell in London, the girls go out. You know, you see
Oh,
them
yeah.
tours,
Always
going to
travel.
different
London is
places.
expensive.
Yeah.
But
It's way expensive.
that shows you right there that doesn't matter how much money do you have. That doesn't make you a businessman. That doesn't make you to have the knowledge to how to conduct a business like beauty pageants with glamour and success. Because I mean, they say, "Oh, these men have a lot of money." They don't showcase because that stage was crappy. The show was crappy. The hotel was crappy. His speech was crappy. Thank God he's hot because of Jesus Christ. I mean, the whole situation. I mean, the preliminary. You have two chickens yelling among between each
Oh.
other. Who's yelling the more the name.
Chinese. Yeah.
I mean,
Chinese, yeah.
come on, people. Like,
It was too much.
What was she shouting?
much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Chinese until the preliminary. I start hating her after
Yeah,
that, like literally.
I was like, who's
Yeah.
screaming?
Why? Yeah, why are
Yeah.
you screaming so bad? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again,
Also-
what
oh,
is not
uh-huh.
broken doesn't need to be fixed. Yet they left you
Yeah.
a blueprint. Why you didn't follow that? I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
that was
I think
horrible.
I saw it coming though. Like I saw it coming because I think the first activity they did was I think the day of the death, right? Like where they had to like the
Yes.
skull mask, the
Uh-huh.
Mexican.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Like the moment they did the live streaming, it looked like worse than the fan
It
recording
was
on
very
a phone.
dark. Yeah.
It's dark.
The
This is
lighting-
Very
contestant.
dark, yeah.
And I think I saw it coming after that the production will not be excellent compared to like El Salvador or in Thailand, where it was like HD quality live stream, the stage was lit properly. So I saw that coming, but like I don't like what he said, Naomi. Like, why change it? If they already know the formula, like they have the great team, why change it to like I don't want to
I
say it,
mean-
but like a worse version of that? Yeah.
It's not, they should have kept the production team. Keep the
Yeah.
production team that you have local working with the organization. They already
Yeah.
know exactly what they have to do.
Mhm.
You don't have to like make things up. Just add
Mhm.
whatever you want to add
Exactly.
towards the production, but just keep it as. That's when you realize, you know, when you have somebody that's worked in television for so many years,
Mhm.
like Paula and her husband and that whole team
She needs to come
worked
back.
for
Yep.
many years in production. So they know how a production's supposed to run. Even when they would do it here in Las Vegas, when it was like super poor, they barely had
Yeah.
any sponsors. And the only sponsors they had was, you know, Port Planet Hollywood.
On Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah.
And and that was it. But at least you're in Vegas and you could take them
Yeah.
anywhere and have, you know, and they will always have food. They would take them in different restaurants. They would take them out at
Mhm.
least.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean,
have
when
a
they
question about
did it
this.
in,
Can I-
in New
take-
Orleans. I'm sorry that the stage that was
That's true.
like this looked
Yeah.
amazing because I was there with Noemi. So again, yeah,
I have a
I
question
think they
about
were
the
some
TV
more
network.
focused on
Let George
getting them
speak.
out.
Tell us.
Can I ask a
Sorry.
question? Like since we're
Yeah,
talking
go
about
for
TV
it.
channels, I heard like next year we're gonna have Telemundo Miss USA Latina,
Oh.
right? Or Miss Universe Latina.
That was
What are your thoughts on this?
Crazy,
Is it gonna
crazy.
happen or is this like just a news like rumors? Because it came from
It's
his
true.
mouth, like
No, it's
Raul.
true.
So what are your
It's
thoughts on
true.
this?
So
It's true.
let me
It's
tell
true.
you about this. Okay. They tried to do this a few years ago.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I remember.
And it didn't go through. They were about to go live and they shut it
Okay.
down the day before airing.
Right.
They had the girls, they had everything. Because the national directors protested,
Mhm.
and who was leading the protest was Lupita,
Uh-huh.
okay, and some other national directors.
Mhm.
And they were pissed off because they were saying then that means that there's going to be either 2 Mexican
Mhm.
queens or 2 Cubans or 2 Dominicans or 2 Puerto Ricans or 2 whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like competing. So they're not, then it's not, Latina is not a country. Latina is
That's it.
a
Yep.
nationality.
Just like Persia.
It's like Persia, exactly. But
Yeah.
you know that they couldn't use the country. But it makes no sense. So if you want to do a reality show, which I'm totally down
Yeah.
with that,
I agree.
Mhm.
do it while the pageant is running then. You have enough footage to get to do episodes of a reality show during the concentration from day one. And
I
just
agree.
do it that way.
Yeah.
Do challenges, take them out. You know, there's so many things that you could do. And this way you're covering all bases. You're getting the girls out, they're doing events, they're getting activities, they're on TV. People are following them. You have social media following them. That's what they needed to do. But the thing is that they want to compete with Nuestra Belleza Latina and Univision. And
Mm.
there's no need to compete. There's no need.
Mhm.
Miss Universe and Nuestra Belleza Latina is a reality show where they pluck a girl, a Latina girl, to be talent for Univision. And they give them a contract with Univision for a year.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. And then after the year, well, good luck and see if you get renewed or whatever. Not everybody stays. But there's no need to compete with Nuestra Belleza Latina because Nuestra Belleza Latina had their moment. Now they're renewing that show again. You don't have Osmel, you don't have Lupita, you don't have Julian Hill, which
Or
were the
Alicia.
original
The original
Yeah.
trip.
judges
Yeah.
that, started Nuestra Belleza Latina. Now God knows who they're gonna bring on. When they renewed it again,
Yeah.
it didn't.
Yeah.
The ratings weren't that great.
True.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this is gonna. I mean, if they do this, it's gonna happen like Belleza Latina. For those that doesn't know, Nuestra Belleza Latina used to be a beauty pageant, an important beauty pageant in the 90s.
Miami,
A lot
yeah.
of in Miami, a lot
Yeah.
of girls that
Oh, very
competed
popular.
that were
In
going
previous
to
pageants,
Miss Universe.
one.
They
Yeah.
will go there
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
to Miss Universe,
Mhm.
like
Uh-huh.
a
Yeah.
lot of good contenders. And
Like
then after that,
like that
they
Dominican
decide,
girl from
Dominican girl, yeah.
2015 who competed with
Mhm.
Pia.
yeah,
Claudia.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. She
yeah,
won.
She
Claudia,
won.
Ana Rosa Brito, Marina Bencomo, Laurie Simpson, a lot of powerful finalists and semi-finalists in Miss Universe and International competed in Nuestra Belleza Latina before that in the 90s. That was a prestigious pageant.
Pageant in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mentor competed there.
Yeah.
So after years that wasn't celebrated, they became a reality show. Started pretty good and then became a mockery. So what is gonna happen? Like it's gonna be a reality show. People's gonna be voting these key countries just because they're
Yeah.
fun, not because they deserve it. I think Miss Universe needs to go back. What is their winning formula in the decades? Because if again, it, eradicate inclusiveness, go back to what Miss Universe was. In that way, you can regain control in America and not continue to be eaten by Asian and British machine with Miss World, Miss Cosmos, Miss Grand International, plain and simple. And I know I interrupted you before, Georgie. I'm so sorry. But what I was
That's
trying
fine.
to convey is like, what I was trying to convey
No.
is that, again,
No.
that is ridiculous. They tried to do this thing about the extra delegate in Miss USA. the Miss
The
USA.
52.
52.
Oh,
the
52. I remember
52.
once they had
They
52.
did
Yeah.
that.
That was-
That didn't work.
didn't work.
Only
That was
one
a
time, and
novelty
that's
act.
it.
It only happened one time.
Yeah.
Thank
Only
God.
happened
Yeah.
one time. And
Yeah.
I mean, they just need to go back, be honest that they only can handle 80 to 95 at the most delegates, but more likely come for 80. Or if you want to learn how to handle more than 100 delegates, watch Miss World, how they do it, and then try to do it. But it didn't work. They're just
Yeah.
desperate for money.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's talk about, in my opinion, I'm not sure about you, but this is my hugest disappointed of this edition. It was the evening gowns preliminary competition.
They were just standing there. It was terrible.
Yes.
I
Let's
hated
talk
it.
about
Why
that.
were they just standing?
Horrible. Horrible.
My question-
You can
my-
tell
walk.
they did that at
Yeah.
last minute.
Then
At
my
last
question
minute,
is,
they
like,
stuck that in there.
My question is, whatever has the idea, like there's a group of people are leaders, managing the Miss
Yeah.
Universe. Everybody
Management team,
says,
yeah.
"Oh, sure, it's a good idea. Let's cut the evening gown competition." I mean, like who, I cannot believe nobody says this is a bad idea. I mean, it's shocking.
Yeah.
No.
They could have done like a national costume like the day before and like
Yes.
just focus on swimsuit and the evening gown
Exactly.
for the prelim.
Yeah,
It's separate
Sensibly. Don't you
events.
think? Yeah. It would make much more sense because the show will be about 2 hours and the girls will be able to like showcase, even if it's like 30 seconds of like
yeah,
individual evening gown. But I think it was a mockery. Like literally, I thought the girls would walk. Like
Yeah.
they came in a group, like Miss
Yeah.
Grand, they would come in a group, then they would like walk individually. But no, they were like there for like 2 seconds.
yeah.
We can't even see it
That's
properly.
also
There was
the issue.
there
You
was
know-
no way you could properly judge that segment.
Yes,
No.
but guys, this
2
is also the
seconds.
lack of vision. That's why, like, we're talking about they don't know how to manage the lack of
Mhm.
vision. The girls, when they start in the groups, they spend like a long time just to get ready. I was like, why
Yeah.
they didn't do it? Let's see each. They divide already the girls in 3 groups, and they like in
Yeah.
2016, Albania 3 seconds walk, Angola 3 seconds
Oh,
walk, Argentina 3 seconds walk. Judge, then the next group. Then we will see catwalk and we'll be fast. But what they did was nothing. We're just walking.
They
I mean,
just stood there. Yeah.
yeah,
Posing.
ridiculous.
I feel like they copy what they do in Miss World in the opening when they line up everybody.
It felt
I
like
mean,
a
like-
world.
Like
yeah.
Egypt
It was like Miss
here
World,
and don't but what's awful because again allegedly I wasn't there, but allegedly what happened is they said that Osmel Sousa was screaming like how you can do this without the evening gown. So they say, okay, let's do it last minute. Let's pray for the best.
But
Isn't
then,
it-
Isn't Osmel's title president advisor? What kind of advice?
Oh
is
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
so
Also-
if you're gonna
Uh-huh.
this is, and I think a lot has to do with his age as well, because they did ask him in a few interviews, if why the prelims, why they were gonna add, because remember, it was not going to be added, the
Yes,
evening
originally.
gowns. And he looked at the presenter like, what are you talking about? That there's not gonna be any evening gown. So again, I think it has a lot to do with bad communication, age for him, because that's right there. You're showing your age. You're just showing it.
Yeah.
The fact that you could have done a separate event, national costume event,
Yes,
sell a bunch
exactly.
of tickets.
Yes,
They could have-
exactly.
There you
Yeah.
get money.
Made more money with
Yeah.
that.
You
Get
make
money,
more
yeah.
money. The people that
Yeah.
can't go, that didn't get tickets for the finals, then they could go to the national costume
gone.
competition.
Mhm.
Do an event
Exactly.
for swimsuit. Since you have so many girls,
Mm.
do a swimsuit edition
Exactly.
and do that and
I'm
get
with you on
that
that.
How
over
did that
with.
happen?
So apparently the national costume were judged for the first time. Is that true? Like instead of the evening gown. So who was the winner of best in national costume? Because they have
Don't
not
know yet.
announced it
No,
yet.
there's-
Like who
You still
won?
have to vote. I think they're still voting. I think
What do you
there's
mean
a
they're
vote-
still
Still,
voting?
the pageant is already completed.
No, there's
No,
It's
still-
already
yeah.
finished.
people still are voting for the
Yes.
best national
Oh,
costume.
Lord.
What?
It's still
The
open.
pageant is done and they're still voting?
I know, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, I know. It's just
What? It's so confusing.
They're still voting.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
worse than the United States of America elections. They're still counting. Jesus.
Still
Okay,
counting
so
ballots.
a lot of people too were asking, they didn't like the format. They could not understand the format, like the top 30 format,
Yeah.
or how did it go about.
Mm.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So they were like, 30, one of the last one was the winner of the popular vote, right? So in this
Chile.
case, in this case, it was Chile. So
Yeah,
there are 29. So in
Yeah.
other words, there were like no, there. So actually, no, 25 girls were judged during the preliminaries, and 4 continental queens were
Yeah.
chosen. Whoever,
Yes.
whichever girl had the highest points per each region, automatically became the
That
continental.
is so
queen.
strange.
But
Yeah,
but that information was not revealed
No,
until
yeah.
No.
during the press
exactly.
conference.
They didn't say
Yeah.
it.
No, but,
And-
Yeah.
but they mentioned it before. They said that the
The top 30
the
will be
top hunt
Mm.
will
25
include the
girls
4
plus 4
continental
continental
queens.
queens plus popular vote. Okay, so
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was
But-
aware of that. That's the reason when they did the sashing at the end, I knew that was the continental queens, the highest scores or whatever.
But I don't believe
But it
that,
was
guys.
really random though.
I don't believe
That was
that. No.
random.
Yeah,
It was random.
exactly.
No,
It
no.
was, you know why?
Yeah.
I think that we all have been judges. If a girl plays the
Yeah.
highest in a preliminary, there's no way that they will not make in the top 12. You know, if a judge
No,
is in love
That's
with
it.
the female,
Thank you for saying
no.
that. Yes, like
No, I've
Philippines.
seen it
How is she
happen.
not in top
I've
12?
seen it happen.
And she went Miss Asia.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've
see, I
seen
don't
it happen
understand.
before.
So let's
I've seen
say
it happen before.
okay, so this is one thing that puzzles me. Okay, fine. Well, you know, I mean, like the Thai fans. Okay, they're asking, they're wondering why their candidate Suchata Opal
Yeah.
did not win the Continental Queen, and yet she was runner
If she was in top 5. Yeah.
That
She
it
was the
doesn't
only
make
Asian
sense to
in top
me.
5.
Because the Continental Queen is based on the preliminary, it was based on preliminary points. When you when you are chosen in the top 30, that doesn't count anymore. It's like in Miss Grand.
Oh,
When they give you the title for best body, that's not from the preliminary. That's go from before. I mean, it's not from the final night. It's from the previous event. That is the reason I'm saying I've seen it before. You can be the number 1 in the preliminary competition, but in the final night, you can be put down. Example, Dayanara Torres was top 8, I believe, in the preliminary competition. She ended up winning Miss Universe, and that was only top 10 girls.
Okay,
I remember.
that I get.
I don't know. I
That's
don't know
like
So
that
that
this.
is the
So once-
reason
I don't think
the
so,
Once you make-
continental.
Yeah, so
It is- no.
once you made the top
Yeah.
30, then everything is clear.
yeah.
It's
It's clear.
It's
exposed.
a level
But the
playing field.
judges already have their favorites, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
But the thing is, like, it's like I always say, like I said about Dominican Republic, it depends how you showcase yourself at the moment of pressure. You can look amazing in the preliminary, but then when it comes to the final night, you can look busted. I mean, look, Philippines in the preliminary, she went out with the Cinderella story blue dress that didn't register.
That dress, quinceañera dress,
That
I
was-
don't understand.
Also,
And
like,
then
if they
I
had
don't-
to,
What happened?
yeah,
if they
I
had to
know.
give like best in Asia, I actually don't think it was Philippines. I thought it was India. If you're actually basing on the performance aspect, I thought she did much better than Philippines. So
Well,
like,
that
I think
is
she
the
should have
thing
got
that-
Miss Asia.
Well,
If
you
it
know,
was based on
the
performance.
Philippines swimsuit walk.
And
No,
it's like
Philippines swimsuit was
Peru
Yeah.
was the queen of the Americas. But for me, Peru was the best in evening gown, and she didn't make it the top
Yeah.
5. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah, that was really
so
odd.
strange. That was so strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they
that
need
is-
to be more transparent on what
Yeah.
are the criteria
That's it.
Right.
for the continental queens and
But see, this
put
is-
it out there.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think this is. I think for me though, it's sad that the Continental Queens are getting more exposure than the other 3
Then the
runners.
runner-ups.
Yes.
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 So that I don't understand. So
And the sashes were wrong, like the continents.
let's talk about the sash, okay?
Okay,
That was
do you not
terrible.
have a map? Do you not?
I was like,
Maybe-
what
Don't
is
have an
going
answer.
on?
Africa and what?
This Europe
remind
and the
me?
Middle East.
Yeah.
How is
Oceania.
Europe part of what Middle East? When did
Middle
that
East.
happen? When did they
Finland, Miss
fuse?
Europe, Queen of
I
Europe
mean-
and the Middle East.
Did the
I feel-
country
I feel-
move?
Giving a Nordic go.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously?
I feel like I'm watching Miss Asia Pacific, and you see a Latin country competing in Asia Pacific. I said, what in the world is
Talk
this?
about the
Guys, not just that. Do you
go
see
to
the app
school.
in the Miss Universe app? They remember like they play Samoa in Americas. I know you never saw that. I
Oh,
was
no,
like, oh my
really?
God.
Who is
What the
responsible for
hell?
this?
Yeah.
Somebody who
I'm pretty sure it's
failed-
like some
Fine.
American
somebody
people
who
do that.
failed the
Somebody get a
geography class.
map and send it to the Miss Universe organization and show them what are continents, because apparently
Yeah.
they forgot from school what are continents.
And the Middle East is not a continent.
That.
It's a region. So like that
You
was
know
so
what? I
stupid.
think,
Yeah, it's
do
in
you
Asia.
remember Miss South Carolina Team USA 2017 or whatever, that blonde
Oh,
girl
yeah.
that she said that Americans doesn't know how to read maps? I think she's the one that was
Yep.
doing the sashes.
Or you cannot see, but you go to the Miss Universe, you see Samoa in the Americas. Sorry, guys. There's a USA.
Why?
You
Why
can see
is
there,
Samoa
and then
in
Samoa. Do you see
America?
Samoa?
Oh, Samoa
Oh, I
is
see it now.
in-
I see it now. Yeah,
I
Saint
know.
Lucia.
In the
Yeah,
Americas, yeah.
it's so
Oh,
stupid.
don't worry. It's get better when they put the pictures of the Miss Universe and in the background they have the flag
Yeah.
of the country. Guess which
Mhm.
flag is behind the Puerto Rican queen?
Russia.
Cuba's flag.
Cuba. They put
Cuba.
the wrong
Oh,
flag.
really?
They put the
Oh
Cuban
my
flag.
I was
God.
like,
I mean, I understand that they could get
No.
confused, pero
but come
contra.
on.
Yeah,
How
I
insulting.
was
but not
like, I
Cuba.
had no idea that Cuba have 5 Miss Universe. This is getting interesting.
That is totally insulting.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they're
So
not.
stupid.
They're only paying. They are fixated for money that they're not paying
The,
attention on other
the
stuff.
details,
Yeah.
they're for the
Yes.
details. It's the details. It doesn't make any sense. The sashes. Who the hell was in
Mhm.
charge of doing that?
Sash
Whoever was
company.
in charge of doing that needs to be fired. Okay, or go back to school and learn your countries and your continents.
Geography. Yeah.
Okay,
I
it's
can,
embarrassing at this day and age. You don't know your continents.
you
Well,
cannot
I-
even say the freaking country's name either. I was done with the gentleman. He was saying the names in. I'm like, that is not that difficult. Come on, people.
Right.
Well, I don't like that they only have the letter MU, short for Miss Universe, like MU Asia. It looks like Moo Asia, Moo Europe,
Moo Asia,
Moo,
yes.
Moo
Europe.
America. You know what I mean? I
What
mean,
it-
spell it out like Miss World does.
Spell it out. Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Korean name.
Also, if-
Mulan!
Yeah. Like I think if they want to like copy Miss Full format, like that's something that they have been doing since like the 80s, right? Like 81. At least do it properly. Like at least the Miss World is quite clear, it's quite transparent about the highest placement gets the continental queen. Like for me, that it makes sense. But like in Miss Universe, it's like I'm scratching my head. Like a girl who did not make top 12 or top 5 gets Miss Asia, and I think it was only Nigeria who actually made in top 5 and actually got the
Yes.
continental sash. So it was really odd. Like just make it clear.
And the
So
girls with the
because people are
sashes,
so
you could
confused.
tell they're like, what the hell? You could see it in
Yeah.
their face. They're like, they're
Finland.
reading what they're
Yeah.
putting.
They're
in.
reading
Like,
the line.
Middle East.
Well.
Middle East.
The most whitest girl. She's like Middle East. What?
Middle East is part of Asia.
I can't.
Yeah,
I
it's in
mean,
Western Asia. So like,
Exactly.
but then this is the funny thing when you see the top 5.
Okay,
was
actually,
kinda
let's talk about the top 30. Okay, so by
Ah, so sorry,
continent,
okay.
by continents, Europe and the Middle East, there were 5: Denmark, Finland, Russia, France, Serbia.
Mhm.
Americas had 13: Aruba, Canada, Venezuela, Chile, Peru, Mexico, Argentina, Bolivia, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Cuba, Ecuador. Asia had 8: Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Japan, India, Macau. And Africa had 4: Nigeria, South Africa,
Is it
Egypt,
4? Yeah.
Zimbabwe. So it
Mhm.
was pretty diverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It was pretty diverse. But some African fans are, were criticizing me. Rafa, in your original, top 30 list, how come you only had two Africans? I had like Nigeria and Egypt. I'm sorry, I had Nigeria and Zimbabwe. Okay.
I mean, I don't really blame them though, because in the top 12, they only had one African country. It was only Nigeria. Zimbabwe did not make top 12. So I do
Yeah,
understand the point of view.
Well,
Me
Egypt made
too.
top 30.
The top
So,
12, a lot of
Yeah,
Latinas.
Zimbabwe should have been top 12.
Yeah, the top 12, a lot of Latinas. I feel like, if I would be Asian,
It was a bit
European, I would be
biased.
mad, upset. Yeah.
Yeah, they only had like one Asian and one African in the top 12. So I completely understand.
Right,
yeah,
that's
I
true.
completely
Agree,
understand the
agree.
point of view. Yeah.
Yes.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, somebody says they were trying to please the fans. Yeah, of course.
Well, that is the
But
reason why
at
Mexico
what
made it to the top
point
5.
you need to
Definitely.
please the fans? I mean, you need to make it. You need to make it make sense. Okay.
That's it.
You know, it's. I mean, I understand fans are very vocal. We know that, but
Yeah.
not always correct.
Yeah.
So at
Because
the
you're
end
not
of the
there.
day,
Remember, we did not see the interviews. We don't know what happened in the
exactly.
interviews.
That's another thing we don't know.
Yeah, like people are, okay, Philippines, Chelsea Manalo should be in the top 12, then Canada. Well, anybody well,
Anybody
judge-
could have been top
anybody could
12.
have been in top 12, not just
Yeah.
Philippines, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
it is
feel
really-
that if they would have divided like in continent, like Miss World do, that they
Miss
do
World?
2 per continent and then
Mm.
just choose 1 to the finals, would it be more
Mm.
balanced? Because,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say
I'm with
this,
you.
and I know people from Mexico are gonna kill me. I don't care. They don't pay my bills. Mexico has nothing to do in the top 30. That girl made it to the top 5.
I
just to
totally
get the rating.
vehemently disagree with you.
I
love
disagree.
Host
Mexico.
country.
I
She's a
saw
host
her-
I love
country.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I love Mexico.
No,
I
For me,
love her.
top
I love
12.
her to death.
Mexico
She
is
gorgeous.
the new Miss USA. Okay.
Yes.
What?
Exactly.
Which
No,
is
but-
placed every year.
Mexico is the
Yeah.
new Miss
Mexico
USA.
didn't deserve
Mm.
to
So
make
they
it
will always
there.
place.
Yeah.
Well,
Now it's
congra-
no longer
They,
USA.
they need to
now
they
it's
need to choose
Mexico.
somebody that is beautiful, that they don't mess up her face.
No,
She didn't do nothing in Miss
but-
Mexico, didn't do nothing in Miss
Yeah.
Grand. She stole the
Pero la
position
iban a
for somebody who
meter,
well deserved it.
la iban a
No,
meter.
but she does-
She didn't do well in Miss Grant. It's not her fault. It was her horrible national director's fault. Yeah, basically.
But let's
But she
and
was
let's be
amazing in Mexico.
and let's
I
be
didn't
honest.
say
She
the part.
deserved top 30, and at least for me in swimsuit, she killed it in the
She
finals.
killed
For
it.
me, I thought she deserved top 12, but top 5 for me was a big what the fuck. But
It's
top
too
12
much,
at
like,
least.
especially
That's what I'm
second.
talking about.
Too
Like she
much.
doesn't. I mean, she wasn't a finalist
Yeah.
for me. I mean, I knew that
Oh,
she
no, for
was
me,
top
no.
30 because
No, no.
it's in Mexico, but it's not the first time that Miss Universe happened in Mexico. Mexico that didn't make
Yeah.
it. In 1993, Mexico didn't make it, and she was gorgeous. This one didn't
Mm.
deserve it. I'm so tired to see
Yeah.
countries to make it there just because of the rating. Because we we're gonna talk about rating, why Miss USA wasn't there.
Exactly.
But
She did not
this
place,
was
right? USA.
Telemundo.
Because
This
there
was
were better
Telemundo
candidates
country.
than Miss USA.
Yeah, that's Telemundo country. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true,
well,
kind of true.
they did
Eso
a bad
es
job.
Telemundo. Ahí el mexicano es el que manda y adiós.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sorry, but she took the place for somebody more important.
Yeah, I agree
him,
with
though.
you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
she should not be there.
I agree with
Yes.
you. But at the end of the day, this is Telemundo. Telemundo is the one. So they needed to have her all the way into the top 5 because it was ratings. Regardless whether
Well,
we don't, for me, yes, her makeover, for me, they ruined her. I'm sorry, because for me,
she
she
was too
extremely
ugly.
beautiful. She only needed a few
I'm sorry.
tweakings and that was it. Pero,
They damaged her
Wilfredo,
face.
pero como quiera, la iban a meter, aunque tú no te guste, te la
Es
van
que
a
la
meter.
metan, pero como quiera es que
Coño.
tenemos. I understand that. It's like another one that they
Te
put
lo
there that
estoy
didn't deserve to be
diciendo, igual
there.
que Cuba, te lo dije.
Exactly.
I need subtitles, please.
No
Someone
jodas
give me
más.
subtitles.
Ya, coño.
I,
Es que
I have a
Cuba, la pobre. Oh, sorry.
I have a question for Rafa because I don't know sure guys you seeing on TV, but for me, Nigeria was a huge surprise that she making the top 5 for me. But I
Really?
have a lot of friends
Okay,
who were
yeah,
in the
okay.
who were on the in the show,
venue.
and they told me in the
Right.
venue that Miss Nigeria and she was stunning. All my friends that were in they were, oh my gosh,
Mm.
Nigeria was stunning, and I think that's why she placed in the top
Yes.
5. But for me,
Yeah.
in TV, I was like, what the fuck for Nigeria?
Yeah, I think she's far better in person than she is on TV.
Yeah.
But she's
Yeah,
amazing.
also-
Yeah, she's just something about her. She's very regal. She's very queenly. And yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
think
her
the
face,
judges did
though,
the
like,
right thing. Yeah, she was the best African
Yeah.
African delegate, I think.
Yeah.
But you
And I
said
feel
something
this was
important.
justified because, like, like before, was it Miss South Africa, right? Was she disqualified, or it's like she had to withdraw from the competition? if I'm
She
not wrong, but
withdrew from
something
the
happened with her
competition.
family.
She was ready to
So,
perform during the national costume competition, but she left even before
She
the national
withdrew, right.
party started.
So,
Did
like,
you
I
see
know
the
she
video?
had some like poor
Did you see the
treatment.
video that she
Yeah.
posted? Yeah.
Yes.
Where she
Yes,
explained
I saw.
everything.
So I felt bad for her like previously, so I feel like it was justified that she made it to the like top 2 in Miss Universe
Yeah.
because like,
And
she had
now,
good answers, performance. She's
yes.
beautiful. I like
Yeah.
her.
I just watched actually, yeah, Miss Fiji came out.
Okay.
She basically told the universe that this organization really sucks pretty much, and that the girls were very miserable because they spend most of the time inside the hotel.
Mm.
And she's basically accusing the organization of mistreating the girls. Yeah, I saw the video. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Miss Fiji. Oh, it's Mia Luru. That's Miss South Africa. Mia Luru's
Okay.
roommate speaks out against Miss Universe or something like that. Yeah, Google it. It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
I heard they had to sign like NDAs. So will she get sued for talking about this? I saw like the NDA contract that all the contestants had to sign
you
it
know what? At this
before joining
point,
the
Miss Fiji
competition.
doesn't care anymore because not
She
only
doesn't care?
that, yeah, I mean, listen, I messaged her. Listen, I felt bad
Uh.
for the girls, but you know, and she said, would you be competing in
Uh-oh.
a pageant? And she said, no.
Mhm.
She said, this is it for me. You
Oh,
know?
right. She doesn't care. All right.
Yeah, this is it for me.
That's fine. Yeah.
So Miss Universe in Mexico left her a horrible taste in her
I feel
mouth.
bad for her though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that
Okay.
at the end of the day, they need to keep the transparency to the good delegates. I was surprised. I was hoping to see Thailand holding hands with the winner. That kind of hurts.
Yeah. Like after listening to the answers, I
I
actually think
didn't.
it was between Nigeria and Thailand holding hands, not Denmark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Danish fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
Miss
me see.
Denmark
Let me see what can I do,
Denmark
okay?
did not even
Well,
understand the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the
Yeah.
question?
If you are choosing Miss Universe, you need to deliver a message or something. That was the last question.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yeah.
All right, so there were two sets of questions. The first set of questions,
See. Yes.
they all had to pick
Individual
a name of
questions.
the
Yeah.
judge and stuff and everything. So
Mm.
Nigeria's question was, what is more important, being liked or being respected, and why? So she asked Michael Cinco, the judge, to repeat it because she couldn't
Yes.
understand the first time.
Mhm.
And it was, her answer was nice, was on
Yeah.
point and everything.
Mhm.
And then when it went to Denmark, the question was, how would you live your life differently if you knew nobody would judge them? So that
Right.
was the question, which she did not
Question,
understand. She thought it was
Yeah.
has something to do about, I didn't want to change my life because I'm very happy with my life the way that I am right
Mm.
now. So it has nothing to do with that at all. Thailand was, what quality should someone have to be a truly successful? I thought her answer was the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
From there, I was
Yeah.
decided she's the
Mhm.
winner to me from there.
Mm.
Mhm.
So like, do you think is there a reason why they did not like eliminate the top 5 to top 3? Because usually it's top 5 and it goes to top 3, right? But this year
They
we
were
had like top
supposed
5
to.
and 2 sets of questions.
They changed
Yeah,
it.
why?
They changed the
changed it.
format.
At
They
last
changed the
minute.
format. Mhm.
It was
See,
really
this is one thing.
strange.
This is one thing too that I hated about this organization. This year, is because they had what they call a moving calendar. There was no set
Mm.
activities for the day. They just would create all these stupid, silly events, out of the blue,
Mm.
just to make the guys, just with the girls and whatnot. But other than that, there was no set. Nothing was written on stone as far as activities are concerned. And it shows also in the production. I think they added these elements at the very last minute, like literally 2 days before. Okay, so whoever
feels like it.
whoever was the script writer or the producer or whatever, you need to go. You need
This
to
You
go.
go
need
five.
to go. You don't know what you're
Bye-bye.
doing.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Go ahead.
I think that objectively speaking, because this is a beauty pageant at the end of the day, you are not going to
Mm.
Harvard. You can have great public speaking, although they said that interview was the higher score to make it in.
Mm.
I think they said 70% of your point to make it to the top 30 was interview. But if you ask them to close their mouth, the top 5, I'm gonna be honest, the face of the pageant in the top 5 was Denmark
Yeah,
and Nigeria.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it.
Like face
Yeah.
Thailand is
speaking.
beautiful because I love Thailand. I
Yeah.
didn't like the dress, but when you see these top 5 and you see Nigeria and Denmark, sadly to say, their beauty ate up the other 3.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's a good thing. It's the first edition of this new organization, so now we know in
Mm.
advance what to expect. They are
Okay, so
looking
they
for a
want beauty.
beautiful girl.
They want to
They're going
be
back.
means they
They
should not-
have,
to the original
Yeah.
formula.
Mhm.
Beautiful
So they should not
face,
focus
beautiful
so much
girl.
on the interview, like the interview or the public speaking skills. Like they should not have the Q&A twice if they're only focusing on the facial beauty, right? Because having 2 sets of Q&A, but the best answer did not even make the top 3. So it's a bit odd for me to like. It feels like they're kind of going backwards, only judging based on beauty
but the
than
thing is that
intelligence.
it's been decades now that the best answer doesn't win because it's not that you cannot be judging just what you
No,
said
not
at this
just not just
stage.
based on the question. It's the
Just the
overall
answer.
package.
Mm.
It's
It's
the
the
overall
overall
look.
package.
Right.
And if we look about the overall look, and this again, looking at the pageant, and that's the reason why I said that Denmark was the one to beat. She was the face of the pageant. She represent what Miss Universe is all about since the beginning of times. So they're gonna choose the one that is beautiful, that have charisma, something that Miss Universe need to sell out to be
right
invited.
because Nigeria is not it's not as marketable as Denmark.
Exactly.
She's
Mhm.
I kind of
gorgeous.
disagree, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I disagree.
She's
Because Nigeria
gorgeous.
has tons of fans. Like it's the
Nigeria
most populated
In
country in
Asia?
Africa,
Yeah.
and
In
Asia is also
Asia.
quite like marketable.
Not in
Even in
Asia.
Asia,
No,
but
Asian
in
market.
Asia,
Yeah.
with
That would
no
be tough.
sales, sadly to
But you
say,
see,
that is
guys,
the
this is
part.
something I like about Miss Universe. Like the winner, I really think that was chosen by the judges because she was the most beautiful. You know,
I think
that's
she
why.
was predetermined to win.
Yeah, but that's why
Yeah.
I like Miss Universe. That still Miss Grand, even the production is amazing. They don't give me that is that the Miss Grand is chosen for one person. Period. And make about business. What I'm talking about, the Miss Denmark. We know she participated in Miss Grand 2 years ago, but if she will go to Grand right now as she won Miss Universe, she will not win still Miss Grand.
she will not.
Period. Because it's Denmark, doesn't represent money. And that's the only
Yeah.
thing I don't like about Miss Grand International. That there is
Exactly.
still,
Okay, I do have to ask a question about that though, because I heard allegedly, I have to say allegedly so I don't get sued. Allegedly, this year it was all about business because Khun Anne wants to expand the market of Miss Universe to Europe. But I think I saw what happened after like Denmark won. The Danish people did not really care about who won Miss Universe. So like it kind of feels like she kind of lost money on crowning a European country when she could have crowned maybe African country, because Nigeria is the biggest country in terms of population in Africa. It makes more sense business-wise to crown Nigeria over Denmark. I mean, that's what I was thinking logically. But I don't know what do you guys think.
Yeah,
If it's
but
about
Well,
if
business.
it's an Asian
Yeah, but-
market that
Yes.
now it's an Asian company. So if they're looking at an Asian market, who is much more qualified to sell anything would
So
be
like
Denmark.
this, right.
She's the
Right.
Barbie.
It's sad.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah, we're going back to
So-
choose for
wait.
the most beautiful one.
Okay, people, I'm reading your comments. Okay, I'm reading a lot of nasty comments. Okay, you feel free to write nasty comments, but personal attacks, I will not. I don't appreciate that. So I don't appreciate the fact that you prefer this person, Atisa Manalo, prefer George's lives, even though he was not in Mexico, to my lives, even though I was in Mexico. Since you
Rafa just blocked that person. It's not worth it.
Block him.
yeah,
Block
like
and
George's
move on.
lives are far more interesting, even though he was not in Mexico, compared to Rafa's. All right, whatever.
Stop comparing.
Rafa and Layla Rosa's lives were not as they seemed so fake when they did their live together. Like whatever. Okay.
Okay, sorry guys, I have
You
to
guys-
go right now. I'm
you
really
guys are
sorry, I have
funny.
things to do. So I love you all. It was nice to catch up with you. Okay, sorry
I'll
for
talk
that.
to you
Nice to
later,
see you.
Antonio.
Have a good night.
guys.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Yeah, so going back to the top five, I was surprised Venezuela made top five.
I was surprised as well.
I was surprised, and the people were cheering for her. Oh no, you need a top five for the mother, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, but she is probably the least attractive Venezuelan queen I've ever seen.
If the one in Mother Puerto Rico
In
was the one that
person,
needed to be
in
there.
I was
person,
thinking
in
of
the
Puerto
lobby,
Rico or Venezuela.
in person at the lobby, not wearing makeup. I mean, she's not that tall. She's like petite. She's like
Mhm.
very thin and petite. First, she looked very sick because her face was so thin and her cheekbones were like protruding. I'm sorry. Puerto Rico was much prettier, even though without makeup and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
like Puerto Rico.
it was a big Venezuela to me was a big disappointment. And let's talk about her interpreter. Her
Oh
stupid,
Lord.
her stupid interpreter.
No, that
okay?
was bad.
No, that
Again,
the
bad stage production. Why would you put the interpreter behind her? And not only that, but
Yeah,
the
like, you couldn't
interpreter
even
was
see her.
rushing.
Yeah.
She was rushing to come out of the stage with a little gadget or with a little iPad or something. Was she actually cheating? Was she actually using a translator device, an app maybe?
Naomi, was her translation
at it.
even correct? Because I don't understand Spanish. Like,
Look
was that
at-
actually what she said? Like Miss
No.
Venezuela's answer?
No.
The
She like
second
botched up the
time
answer.
she was
She made
closer.
the first question, she
Yeah.
made it
Closer.
up. She butchered
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Describe
It was not what she said. And
yeah, the question
then-
was describe the ideal woman of today and what qualities
Yeah.
in common with her.
Please translate. Yeah, go on. What was the
I-
answer then?
Yeah, so the translation was my ideal moment today has been sharing this moment with these amazing 127 women from all across the world, leaving behind our differences and sending the world a message of respect, love, and union, because that's the way their world is built. That was her answer. That doesn't describe the ideal woman of today.
No.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and again, I'm sorry, Venezuelans are watching this and they don't like what I'm gonna say, but I am happy that that happens to her because she had a year to learn English and she didn't. This is a business. You need to speak freaking English. It's not my fault that you spend all year doing some other stuff and you didn't put yourself in a classroom to learn freaking English. So don't complain if the interpreter is not doing their job correctly.
Mm-hmm.
First of
She's
all,
like,
Yeah, I think
get a better company to
Yeah.
interpret.
Yes, we need
Okay.
that. Better
whatever
quality,
happened to precision translating in the olden days under Trump, under
They
Paul
were
Revere?
amazing. They
Mhm.
They were
were
the best.
they were they're the number one. They're the
Mhm.
best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where did they get this woman anyway? Where did she come from? Is she even
I think she was.
qualified?
Who knows?
She was using Google Translate or Duolingo. I don't know what
Maybe
she
that's
was.
what she was hiding behind because she knew she's gonna like mess up
She
the
had like
answer,
two
so
or
people don't
three
hate
bits
her.
or
And then when she
something.
comes out again, you see Venezuela's face going like, "Oh hell no,
No.
not you again!" Because they
But
didn't
you know
How she
what?
just spoke
another
English.
person. It was the same girl, and
Right,
I'm
yeah,
like,
it's the same
"Here we
one.
go again."
All right. So
And-
who were of the top 30, who were your surprises? Your biggest shockers?
Macau.
Surprise.
Macau.
Macau. Yeah.
Macau.
Anyone
To
else?
me, Macau.
Okay, hold on. Before we continue, because I was watching some of them coming in. Remember that the SDG 10 semifinalists and
Voice will change.
the three gold ones.
Yes.
Those three will
Bolivia,
have an
Cambodia,
automatic.
Guatemala.
Yeah. The voice.
Yeah,
So
three.
they will make the top 32, correct?
I don't think
No.
Guatemala made it though. I don't think
Guatemala did
Guatemala
not-
is the top
Guatemala
30.
Guatemala did not make it.
Okay.
I think Bahrain
Yeah.
Bahrain did not make it.
No, Bahrain was
No, from the
only
gold.
the top.
He's talking about the gold.
Egypt made it, I think. Yeah.
No, but the three gold ones, for what I understood, and
Bolivia,
correct me if I'm
Cambodia
wrong,
made it. Yeah.
Bolivia and Cambodia, yeah.
They
I
made
thought
it.
that the
Yeah.
three winners, the three gold ones, this year would make to the top 30 or
And
something
one of the
like that.
silvers, Canada made it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Canada?
don't know. I
Is it
mean,
Canada?
No, not Canada. It was Thailand and I think Finland from
Finland,
the
okay.
silver. Yeah.
yeah.
Finland. Okay, to me, the biggest shocker was Nicaragua. I don't know what that girl was doing there on the list. I don't know. Like she didn't belong there. Like where the hell? She's like one of the worst, I think, Miss Nicaraguas I've ever seen. Sorry. I kind of prefer Macau because I knew Macau was gaining steam when she started uploading these videos of her dancing in the hallway, whatnot, and she gained a lot of traction and stuff and everything. So I thought, okay, whatever. And then Vietnam was also a little bit of shocker because
Yeah, Vietnam.
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
her
that.
from anywhere. Like she just like
I
came out
mean-
of nowhere.
I didn't
I
mind her that
think
much.
I
Go on.
liked Serbia. To me, I expected her to be in the top 30 because she was phenomenal.
Her
Serbia
gown.
was beautiful.
It's
Yeah,
all about
her
her
evening
face.
gown was stunning.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And Russia. Can we talk about Russia?
Love.
Oh,
Russia
I
has to
love
come to Miss
Russia.
Grand.
She's
Russia
like one
come
of the
back to another
youngest.
person.
She is beautiful.
She's I think like 18 or 19.
Yeah,
She's one of the
she is
baby.
like
It's
a
a baby. Yeah.
she's so
Come to Miss Grand.
beautiful.
We want her
Yeah.
Miss Grand.
And then I did expect Egypt was on my list, of
Yeah,
course.
she was
Uh,
there. Yeah.
I was
she
happy.
I was happy with
Yeah.
her. And she's just so sweet in person. She was very sweet
Mhm.
when I saw her. And Aruba as well. I
Oh,
like
she was growing on
Aruba.
me. Yeah.
Love Aruba.
Argentina.
Argentina to me was a surprise.
For me, was a surprise. too.
Really?
Argentina.
But she looks
Yeah.
like Diana Mendoza, like
Was
Miss
she
Universe
really?
2008. Yeah, her
Oh,
face looks like
okay.
Diana Mendoza.
True.
So like, I was not that
No.
surprised.
That
That's
looks
really
like
pretty.
the mom
You know,
of Diana
another comment.
Mendoza.
Argentina is
I
a
thought she was
vegetarian.
pretty.
Argentina is a vegetarian. This is another complaint. Did you guys see Daniela Di Giacomo's video?
Yes.
Did you see that
I
one?
haven't seen it. No.
Danny DiGiacomo was a former Miss International from Venezuela. She uploaded
Okay.
a video where she basically told stories or hearsays that she had
Okay.
heard from the contestants after the pageant during the cocktail party. So one of these hearsays that she heard was that there was not enough food, especially for the girls who are vegetarians. There
Mhm.
were not enough water. In the makeup room, by the way, hardly any water. So all the girls felt
Yeah.
dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
So some of them got
Yeah.
sick and they ended up going to the hospital and whatnot.
Can I add something to that, Rafa? I
Sure.
heard, like, allegedly, I cannot say the name because I don't want them to get sued. Someone contacted me in message. It was one of the makeup artists who worked with Miss Universe organization. Apparently, they did not get paid to work with Miss Universe competition
They
for 2
don't get
weeks.
paid. You don't
They
get
don't get
paid
I
to
was
paid.
work
shocked.
as a makeup
How
artist.
They don't
like
get
how
paid.
do you work for
No,
2 hours?
it's
Sorry,
always
2
been
weeks.
that way. It's always been that way. So when you are for hair
I'm
and
shocked.
makeup,
Right.
for hair and makeup, it's always volunteer. So you don't get paid. What you get in return, because I've done hair and makeup for Miss Universe and Miss
Okay.
USA.
Right.
What you get in return, and I got my return out of that freebie that I did because it's a freebie. Okay. So you get pictures, you get video, you get, for your
content.
portfolio
Your
and
portfolio,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And with that, you use to, basically use that as promotion for your work. Okay. But none of this is not new. This
Wow, I'm
always been
shocked.
that way. All the makeup artists that they donate their time. Okay. So
it's free work,
if you're
basically.
going to go
Right.
as a makeup artist, like for when they did it here in Vegas, okay,
Mhm.
I didn't have to pay airfare because I lived here. Okay.
Right.
But I did pay hotel because it made it easier for me because of the call times that were so early. Okay. So I invested money and I shared a room with another artist and friends and whatever that came from out of town. So that's how you basically do it. But
So-
yeah, it's not, I don't know why
It's not paid
everybody's
work.
horrified, but that is
No,
always been that way.
I want you to know that because in Miss Grand, like the Nong Chat, the makeup company, he pays the workers. It's a paid work.
Yeah, but
It's not
that's
for free. So I was a bit shocked.
But not here.
Yeah.
Not with
Wow.
Universe. It's always been like that. It was the same when Universe and USA were all one organization.
Right.
It was the same thing.
Oh, it makes sense why some of the girls got like shoddy makeup. I'm understanding now because sometimes you get like some girls with like really bad makeup. So maybe the
Yeah,
makeup
because
artist is mad.
not everybody is
Yeah.
willing to donate their time. Like
Yeah,
really
free
good
time.
artists
Yeah.
won't donate their
Wow.
time because they think it's like, oh, I should get paid for my time, which is
Yeah.
totally
It's valid.
it's
Yeah.
valid. It's valid.
Yeah.
I did it because I knew I was going to get something out of it, which I
Right.
did. I got a lot of other clients and I still have B-roll from when I competed and when I donated my time, and it was the year when Pia won. So
Oh,
yeah,
2015.
I was there.
Okay.
I-
Post some
Oh,
pictures,
oh.
Naomi. I want to see it. Post it on in the socials. I want to see
Yeah,
the makeup
it's
video.
there.
Nothing
So
new.
I have pictures and stuff like that. So I was able
Yeah.
to get what, a lot of people maybe don't see beyond that and see like, I need to get paid now. But if you look at as a long-term investment,
Right.
you're getting the photos, you're getting video.
Right. Yeah. It's a fair.
You're
it's-
getting
it's a fair
content.
trade. Yeah.
So it's good for your business at the end of the day.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right. So reading some of the comments. You guys have a lot of interesting comments.
Oh, Hector Joaquin is in the.
What do you say?
Hey,
I'm not reading the comments. What do you say?
Hector,
Hello,
mi
Hector.
amor. How are you, Hector?
One of the things is like you were talking about MDA, and now that you say
NDA,
extra, that
yeah.
remind me of something.
NDA
That,
means
for example,
non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about things. Yeah, if you sign.
But one of the things that people were getting sick and stuff. Puerto Rico was sick.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital
Yes.
the preliminary day, and she needed to sign a release to go and compete.
To compete, yeah. That's
So,
true.
and another thing about the makeup artist, George, is like that happens a lot here, even in Fashion Week. They don't get paid. You're donating your money, your time. And that is the reason why last year, and they they literally recognized that the only delegate, they said it, that never used the makeup artist team, unless was like a maybe a little retouch, was Puerto Rico, because she did her hair and makeup herself the whole time. That is the reason
Right.
when you are going to compete in a pageant, you need to know how to do your hair and makeup, because you never
Oh,
know
Exactly.
what you're going
yes.
to encounter. And that's one of the things that Carla Gilfu, our beautiful Miss Puerto Rico for last year, she fixed herself. And the makeup artist team said it, that she was the only one that from day one to the end, she did her own stuff.
Yeah, until she
Yeah.
ruined it when she put a little mojoncito en la cabeza.
Yeah, that's fine. But, yeah, no. But
Yeah,
that's
she
another
was.
different thing that I don't want to talk about it. Because
Yeah.
I love her.
No, I love her too, but her hair was not on point. So
Anyway, okay, so we're happy. Well, except maybe for Venezuela, I'm happy with the top 5. I would have replaced Venezuela with
Peru.
Peru.
Yeah,
Peru.
Peru for sure. But then again, she would not have become the continental queen for the Americas. Peru,
True.
right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
But they
glad-
said it was based on the
I'm glad-
prelims.
No,
Then.
she will
I'm
You still
still
get it.
she will still get it, because that was based on
Yeah.
the preliminary, not the
Yeah,
final.
prelims. If
I would
because
have
Nigeria got
switched
it.
Venezuela to Puerto Rico, so a married woman to a married woman. I would have kicked out Mexico, and I would put Peru.
Yeah, instead of Mexico too.
So
I think
nobody would
Mexico
have
should not be
kicked out.
there.
Nobody would have kicked out Nigeria or Denmark, right?
No,
No,
No.
no.
And
No.
I'm very, very glad that the top 2 come from countries which has never won Miss Universe.
That I like.
exactly.
That is probably the
That I
best
like.
thing
No
from the
It's
sash
very-
factor.
No sad
Yeah.
factor,
Exactly.
and they have
So-
something that is supposed
Oh.
to be the main thing: beauty face.
Like what happened
Yeah.
with Miss Earth. The top 2 are non-sash factor countries.
Mhm.
Iceland, Australia, the winner, and Iceland, first one.
Well, it was about time. It took them
Yeah.
how many years to get it right?
And that pageant that took place in Malaysia, Miss Cosmo World, the winner is Australia. The first one up is Iceland. So Iceland again
What
was
is
doing very
Cosmo?
well.
I don't follow that.
What
What
is
is that?
Cosmo
Miss
World?
Cosmo?
Miss
In
Cosmo
Vietnam?
World
No.
in
I know
Malaysia.
I know Miss Cosmo.
Yeah, I know
They
Miss
have
Cosmo, but I
money.
don't know about this one.
No, it started like 3 years
what?
ago.
The
It started 3
T-Mobile
years ago.
version, the Wish version.
No, it's one word, Cosmo World, one word.
Okay.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's Malaysian.
Okay.
It's Malaysian
Well, I
based.
guess I lost my pageant card, because I don't know about that.
They have a lot of money apparently. You know, those yeah, they have a lot of money. All right, so I was reading the list of the prize package for the winner. This is what I saw.
Okay, what is the price?
So as the new Miss Universe, Victoria Kier Teilweg will embark on a year-long journey representing the organization globally. Along with her prestigious title, she receives a $250,000 cash prize.
Okay.
A
Okay.
50,000 monthly salary during her reign. In addition, now is that in addition to the $250,000? I guess. So 50,000 times 12 would
50,000?
Is
be
that correct?
Six-
Let me do the math.
how much would that be? $50,000 times 12.
1.5, right? 15, he said.
Wilfredo,
50,000.
check out your calculator. Start calculating.
1, 2, and
Oh,
5
it's not,
is
it's
equal
180.
1.
How much?
Is 60.
180. 180.
No, 12.
$180,000 a
You
year.
said 15, right?
50,
15.
50,000.
Oh, 50.
50,000.
5
I'm
and
doing
12 is
double.
equal 60.
50 times 12.
Yeah, 60.
$600,000
Yeah.
600,000.
year?
Yes.
in
I don't think
addition
that's
to the
correct.
$250,000 cash prize. That's a
That
lot.
I don't think that's
doesn't make
accurate.
any sense.
No, I think
Anyway,
it's
this is
that
what it says.
250, 100,000. Maybe that's
Okay.
the for overall the year.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe
Another one is
dividing the 250 into the 12 months.
probably the
Yeah.
opportunity to champion charitable causes and promote international initiatives. All expenses paid for trips in private jets. The reigning queen also lives for a year in the organization's luxurious apartment in New York City, which we all know is actually belongs to Raul. Okay.
Mhm.
Will host Miss Universe's upcoming YouTube traveling show. Huh.
Let's see. That'll be interesting. how
That
she's
would be
gonna do it.
interesting.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Plus
see how
a
that goes.
luxurious watch. I think it's Bulova, I believe.
Damn.
Bulova?
Bulova.
I forget.
That's
It
expensive.
doesn't say the name,
Mm.
but it says a luxurious watch. All right, can
Right.
we talk some of the happenings around the pageant? Did you see the gown that the national director of the
The condoms,
Democratic Republic of the Congo wore?
the
Made
condoms.
made
Rafa,
of
you
used
have to
and
beep it.
new
Don't say it.
condoms.
You might get demonetized. You cannot say that word.
Used
Say something else.
used condoms.
Yeah,
How
because
gross
sometimes
is
they use
that?
this. Yeah.
Would you wear a dress made
No.
of used
Not used ones. The
condoms?
clean ones, yes. Not the used ones. No.
But
That's
she
so, like,
said
disgusting.
she
She
said
said used.
She said used on the video. On the video clip.
They're
Never mind.
recycled.
Yeah, hello.
Okay,
Would you
never
use
mind.
that?
No, obviously not. Like, wasn't that a contact with like diseases and stuff? Because it still had like fluids inside it. Ew. No.
Oh my god, that's pretty gross.
May
Pageant Empress is so insecure with Miss
that's what I
Philippines
wanted to touch about.
because he is Thai, simply like that. So when Chelsea was chosen in Asia, he is quiet. Ha,
No.
ha, ha, ha. To be honest, Chelsea is way better than Opal. Opinion. We all
Whatever.
have opinions.
You can have an
Okay, I don't
opinion.
want. I mean,
That's
you guys have. All of us have opinions. We talk and everything. But if you guys are watching us, I mean, there's something that is called respect, and calling somebody insecure. George is not insecure by all means. He's very knowledgeable, and he was one of the few people that was doing his daily getting up because I was watching it from work. Every day he was doing a capsule about the best dress, and he was going through every pageant, every page. He even gave a lot of beautiful words for the Philippines about the garment,
Yeah.
that this outfit looks much better. So for Mark to be saying to calling my friend George that he's insecure, maybe you have a mirror in front of you and look at yourself, but be respectful because all of us work ourselves up to bring
Yeah.
the best of the best on here. So do not call somebody insecure. Don't mess with my team. Go ahead, Rafa.
All right, moving on.
I don't really care. Like, they can say whatever they want.
Right.
It just helps my engagement. So.
Jordi Castel, a Chilean photographer and TV presenter, commented on a Spanish language talk show that Miss Mexico had slept with the judges to reach the top 5.
Weren't the
Don't say
judges
that.
gay?
Which was almost everybody was gay.
Receiving backlash,
Like,
Castel
why are they saying
turned
like this?
he
No.
turned his Instagram account into a private setting, and then Raul posted that he will sue Jordi Castel
He
for
should get sued.
defamation.
He should get sued.
He posted it.
That's degrading
Raul
women.
posted it.
That's
I mean, as long as I
degrading a
don't like
woman.
Mexico, like, don't say like that to like Miss Mexico.
Mhm.
Even though I didn't agree with her in top.
Yeah. So
I
I
mean,
don't
you
know.
wouldn't. That is
Terrible,
that
what a
is
terrible
awful.
comment. A very misogynistic comment, I thought.
Yes.
So very, very misogynistic. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention in Danny DiGiacomo's video, she said that Shanice Palacios, when she went to Cannes, she did not receive a ticket at all to have access.
Yeah, that was fake. That was just for a photo op.
Just for photo op. And then you wonder, okay, well,
What
okay,
else?
actually, when I was Googling, did a Google search like Shanice Palacios photos, Cannes Film Festival. Nothing came up except for that one pose of her by the staircase, by the stairs, and they had an actor accompany her. It was an actor, George.
Can I ask a question about Shani's farewell walk? What was that?
That was
Like, what was that?
That was so sad.
Like,
You
That
don't.
like, you
was
could not
the
even see her face
worst.
during the farewell walk.
It was so dark. It was so dark because she was wearing this.
But the dress had like LED lights.
LED lights,
underneath.
and it's dark. Bad idea, by the way. Don't wear that.
Yeah,
Bad,
it's not a good
horrible
idea, especially for the stage. It's the last time people actually get to see you and appreciate you as the reigning queen. Wear something beautiful, which she did like in other competitions, like when she was traveling around. So like, I don't know whose idea was to wear LED, like what kind of evening gown. We cannot even see anything. Compare that to
I think-
Luciana's like farewell walk. It's like dramatically bad.
Well,
Sorry.
honey, you can compare it.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you
I'm
can't.
sorry,
Luciana's
but
was
the
like
farewell for
so
a
good.
queen like her, that she has such a beautiful year, and that was the crappy farewell.
Yeah, that was tragic though. Her
Yeah.
walk, even her farewell speech, if you call it farewell speech, So anyway, after the finals, again, I saw Shanice. Actually, she was disguised. She had a baseball cap and a dark sunglasses, no
Right.
makeup. She was coming out of the elevator with her boyfriend, who, by the way, is very hot. Okay. So he was since her reign was over, no more private security. It was just her boyfriend who was like protecting her.
Yeah, it's
From
over.
all these vloggers who was running after her, Shady, and they rushed out of the hotel. So I thought, okay. Funny. All right, what else can we talk about? I think that's about it. We're pretty much.
I have something I wanted to talk about before you go. Like, what
Sure.
I thought sent Khun Anne talking about blonde hair and blue eyes as the
Oh, that one,
ultimate
yeah.
evolution. I actually hated it coming from an Asian woman to talk like kind of degrades us, like rest of us. So what are we?
No, the
Like, are we
question was.
ugly?
The question was, can you talk about how this pageant has evolved? Something about the evolution.
Yeah,
And
it was
so,
evolution about pageantry.
Evolution. We have blonde, blue-eyed winner. Evolution. I think. I think.
Like, it
I
was
think
always
the-
a beauty standard though. Like
No,
that
I think I
was.
thought she was being
Exactly.
sarcastic. I thought she was being sarcastic. And did you see Donald Trump Jr. say,
Yes.
I saw.
that
Yeah.
Okay,
also
what
went
was the
viral.
uproar? Because all the other girls, all the other winners for Miss Universe are all women, 100% women,
Yeah, biologically born women.
biological women.
Exactly.
There was nothing, a lie about
No,
So I
that.
didn't
no
understand
trans
what
has won yet.
the
Yeah.
comments. I didn't understand it. Like,
Yeah, why are people so reacting like dramatically to these tweets? I mean, these are opinions, okay, of certain people.
yeah,
So-
but that was like that was a dumb tweet, first of all, because
Yeah, it was dumb. Yeah.
it was dumb because the other girls are women. So
yeah,
No.
well, Raul shared that tweet. He reposted
yeah,
it.
of
Khun Anne
course,
shared it,
because
Of course he's
reposted it
gonna,
afterwards.
and she's gonna.
you know, he
Khun Anne also reposted it, right?
Yeah, that was
yeah,
so
of
stupid.
course.
Well, she's a man, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense for like Khun Anne to share it. Like Raul, I kind of expected it because he's like quite
Exactly.
conservative.
It's a
But like Khun Anne
businessman.
is
Yeah.
but like Khun Anne is actual trans woman. So like, and that tweet is degrading trans women because it's
and
So
that's
like, why would he share it? It's insensitive.
I don't think I don't
No,
think
I don't
it's
think it was
been-
I don't think it was transphobic, George. I totally disagree. I thought it was just a joke because it's been a while since a
No.
blonde, blue-eyed
Yeah,
had
it's been a
won.
while.
Yeah, just the
Okay.
blonde would have made sense. But like he said, like biologically born
Yeah,
woman,
no,
which
I
has
think
been
when
going
I'm-
on for like 70 years.
Because some people are conservative. Some people do not accept the fact that trans women are still competing in Miss Universe. Okay, so
But they've
that's
been
the whole
competing for the
discussion.
longest time, even
Maybe
while
they
under
have, and
Trump.
we just didn't know. We just didn't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, but remember, Donald Trump himself was the one who allowed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what I
Thank you.
wanted to
Exactly.
mention. He's the one that
Okay.
gave
He
the
was the
green
one that
light.
opened that door.
Exactly,
When,
which was
the first trans in Canada competed was like top
Yes.
12.
that was
in Miss
2012.
Canada Universe.
That was the beginning of this whole
Yeah.
trans thing. Yeah.
Jenna.
Mhm,
correct.
with Jenna Taklova.
With Jenna,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. But again,
So, like,
it's all. I think it's all this inclusion thing. I think it's just all smokes and mirrors because
Oh
It's
yeah, of
marketing.
course.
it's a marketing ploy. Again, it's,
Yeah.
it's,
It
it's
is
one way to
marketing
make
ploy,
money. Okay, it's one way to make money.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It's business. You'll never see. I don't think in my lifetime. I don't think a trans woman will ever be crowned Miss Universe in my lifetime.
No.
No.
The thing
I don't
is,
see it happening.
that is the
Not even
reason why
another.
I'm saying that
No.
these people are so they are not seeing what is going on. If they wanted to crown somebody within the inclusiveness rules, would it be Puerto Rico this year? She would be the Miss Universe. She's the mom, 3 kids. She's very well known in Mexico. She's beautiful. Blah blah blah.
This is
Or
what you-
if they
Correct.
wanted to crown somebody that is like old age but single or whatever, they would have crowned somebody else. Or if they wanted to crown a full figure, they would have crowned, thanks God, not Nepal for last year. If they wanted to crown a transgender, make a difference, they would have crowned Spain in 2018 and not Catriona. So it's been, and this is the funny thing. This year is the first time that we saw no transgenders in Miss Universe. This time.
Imagine that.
Competing. Correct.
None.
Correct.
None.
Imagine
None,
That
that.
shows-
zero,
Yep.
zip it. Why?
Mm.
They already learned the lesson. And I think
See, this is what I
this-
mean. This is what I mean. When you start shoving all these trans ideology into our throats, it's repulsive. It becomes really repulsive. Why are you trying to force this trans ideology on us, the conservatives? That's why you need categories. This is the only way for all these different, these types of women, to be able to compete fair and square. Give them their own categories. There are already pageants for trans women. Miss International Queen is a very
And it's a good
It's
pageant.
huge.
It's
Exactly.
huge.
In Thailand.
Great platform. Go
It's
there.
huge. Yes. So, but then you have trans women would rather compete in Miss Universe again because of the prestige.
But it's
right?
it's to compete with the women. It's to compete
with
with
the women.
Mhm.
That's the whole thing. At the end of the day, is to compete with a natural born woman to show that they're more woman than a natural born. It's that competitive, and it's sad. It's sad. I'm sorry. I might get crucified,
I
but
just
George
whatever.
I just want to
disagrees, you
say
can
that,
tell.
like, I mean, yeah, obviously I disagree. Like, for me, like, I think as you are like pretty, I know this sounds so materialistic and like just like physical. Like, for me, I think as you look beautiful, you're feminine, and you're obviously your paperwork, all of that says you're a female. For me, that's a female. So like, I don't really mind a trans woman going for Miss Universe. However, if you're not giving them the opportunity to actually get a placement or a crown, then I think the competition should not be inclusive. Like, for me, if you're going to say like, oh, we accept everyone, but not give them actual rights or like placement, then don't say competition celebrates women in general, whether it's trans or like biologically born women. For me, that's a big issue. Because if you're going to talk about like you're so like woke on, like, like you are liberal and accepting, make sure the competition is accepting. Because look, just this year we had like, I think, what, 9 out of top 12 were Latinas. That's not inclusive. That is like very dominated by certain groups compared to, let's say, Africa and Asia, where we had like one of each. So that's not inclusive.
George, we dominate. Okay, deal with it.
So like, that's what I have to say. Like, for me, that's not inclusive for having just
Look.
one like certain region. That's all. Yeah.
And George,
And that's why I still appreciate Miss International because Noemi, because they will never change
They will never change.
the
They actually,
rules.
in our meeting, that was one of the questions some of the directors asked.
Okay.
Like if they were looking to open up like Miss Universe at one point, maybe down the line, and they said no, that they weren't,
Right.
they're not interested in doing that the formula has been working all these years. That this is an event to highlight young women and empower them and give them this platform. And so they're not opening it up to any trans women or married women. It's a pageant for young women.
This is
And congratulations to you, by the way, Noemi. Miss Cuba,
you.
Right? She won Miss Miss International Americas. So congratulations, your girl made it. So big congratulations to you.
But
this is what Stephen Diaz is the manager of Miss International.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys read it. I somebody sent it to me. So Stephen goes, a pageant journalist came to me yesterday and asked a question in private. She asked that other pageants have been very inclusive by accepting plus size contestants. So why Miss International should not implement the same thing? So I asked her back, dear, do you honestly believe that being plus size is a representation of a healthy lifestyle that we should emulate? She answered, but Miss Universe accepts it. So I asked her once again if she honestly believes that it is healthy. And then she said, no. So I continued, there goes my answer as to why we do not accept plus size individuals to our contest.
There you go.
I mean,
every pageant has you cannot force inclusivity on every pageant.
Just because Miss Universe is doing it doesn't mean that all the other pageants need to follow suit. Right. Every pageant is their own company. They have their own rules, they have their own marketing, they have their own target audience.
George,
so
do you want?
We don't need to follow Miss Universe. Every pageant brand is different. Osmel is different. International, respect it. Now they are open to maybe extending the age, maybe until 30, but that's something that they're still discussing.
Right,
they're still not there yet because they, again, they're very into young women. They want. So it's all about youth with Miss International.
Yeah, it's
And
again,
also,
it's a Japanese attitude. It's a Japanese
Yeah,
mentality.
exactly.
yeah,
And
I
it's
just
easy
wanted
to
to know,
work
like,
with.
yeah, like because we already know, like, the trademark, the format of Miss World is so clear, right? Like it's divided according to the continental groups, and like one of the from each makes it the top five. For me, that's very clear. Like I actually really understand that. It's as a viewer, it's really clear. But I feel like the format needs to be a bit more clear. What is Miss Universe? Because every issue, like they're changing the format. And also having the continental queens, I think they should give it to the best queen from each region. Like I'm sorry, like I know, like I said a lot about like different countries who should get, and that my thing is, if you are transparent and have transparency, it makes it the viewers a lot easier to understand what is your CEO, like what is your the company's goal. Because at the moment it feels like Miss Universe is trying to copy from Miss World, a little bit about Miss World, a little bit about Miss Grand, because they also have, I think, like Best National Act, if I'm not wrong, which is comes from Miss Grand International. And
Right.
like, what is Miss Universe? Because at the moment I'm so confused. I don't know what is Miss Universe anymore. It's like a mix of everything.
Because Miss
So-
Universe is a melting pot of confusion looking for money.
You said it, Wilfredo. That's it. That's it.
And I'm gonna
That's
say
on
it.
point.
And if they don't like it, they can change the channel after they give like, of course. And another thing, this inclusiveness, and again, talking about transgenderism for a moment, and I don't care if I lose my LGBT card plus A to Z. I don't believe transgender needs to be competing in a pageant because I don't see trans mans competing in Mr. World.
Not yet.
Not
Mm.
yet.
And
But
it's
they
not gonna
do have
happen.
in
But I
Miss
do not-
International.
I
Yeah.
do not see a trans man
Mm.
competing in a international male pageant.
Wait, it
So
has
this-
happened. It has happened in Mr. Spain, but not internationally. I think
But
there was
they
like
do
one
have
or
a
two.
rule in Mr. International. They allow trans men. So it has been, I think, 2 years. They have allowed trans men
Yeah,
to
they-
join.
they
So if they
have,
do
that's
want to
true. Well,
join, they can join. Yeah.
But I haven't seen. This is the part that I don't understand. It's like in modeling. All the females is like, oh, I'm inclusive, I'm full figure, I have cellulite, I have this, I cannot even walk, I'm gonna roll over. I don't see male models fighting for, if I'm this big, I need to model. It's like if something is going on in the female category department that I need to be her as a trans woman or a full figure woman. This is the thing at the end of the day. I don't want to see somebody representing something that is doing a bad example. If I see somebody that is obese, take care of your freaking health because you're giving a bad example. There's a lot of cardiac patients already to taking care of. A trans woman cannot go to India and promote sanitary napkin because you don't have a freaking period.
Or a JJ.
Yes.
I mean, you have a JJ
You
creator.
do have a
still.
JJ, but
Or a
But
fake penis. if
that
you're
is the
trans
thing.
man.
A woman is already is fighting enough to have a mark that not to be focused. I need to be fighting because a transgender queen is competing against me and it's going to take my place because of money, politics, or the new thing. I think inclusiveness needs to have a limit. And again, inclusiveness is tarnishing Miss Universe, and we are seeing the result, and it's going to continue going down to hill. That is the reason Cosmo is being created. It's been baptized by Paula Sugar, and I think Miss Cosmo is going to replace Miss Universe.
I can see it happening.
Question. Let me see. Question from Janice. Janice, what do you think of the new policy that the contestants have to be born in the country that they represent?
But that's always been in the. That's always been in the contract.
I know because Catriona Gray was not born in the Philippines.
Yeah, she was born in Australia.
You cannot,
she was born
if
in
you
Australia.
live in the country, let me see,
I don't
if
think.
you live in
Yeah,
the
I don't.
country
You have
for
to,
a
you have
year.
to reside.
Born
Sorry,
into
reside
country.
in
Yeah,
country.
reside.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah,
on is
reside.
born in the country.
Fair. But
Yeah.
why is it?
I don't
Why
think it's fair at all.
If that's the case,
It's not. It's
then
not fair.
for Cuba, then you're really shortening
Limiting. Yeah.
everything.
Your chances. Yeah. Yes.
Because any chances of any girl competing, because not everybody that was born in Cuba that are right now in the United States, many of them don't have their documents settled.
Right.
And now with all the change of, administration, that's going to affect a lot of people
it will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, so
Exactly. See,
That
I
is the
don't, I don't
reason-
like, I don't like that rule at all. I mean, and what, I
Hmm.
mean, why does it matter where you're born? You
it
could be
shouldn't matter.
You
You
can
could
be
be
born-
born in Jupiter and
exactly. Yeah. As long as
You're
you have
not-
as long as you have a passport,
exactly.
as long as
You
you
have the
were
citizenship.
crowned in
Yeah.
the country that you're representing,
Yes.
the international
Exactly.
pageant, that's all that
Mhm.
matters. All the other
Exactly.
ones, it's like
Yeah.
noise.
So
Because I think Miss
before,
International has that rule. Miss International,
oh
if
really?
you are not born on that country, you cannot represent that country.
You have to have,
do.
yeah, at least with my contract, you have to be born and show either a passport of the country or the
Yeah,
birth certificate.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So who do we think will win like Mr. World? Because it is happening in 2 days from now in
Puerto
Vietnam.
Rico.
I don't know.
Puerto
I don't know if you guys
Rico.
follow it.
Puerto
Who do you think
Rico.
will win Mr. World? I'm going for the US. I love USA. He wore Captain
Yes,
America
USA
outfit.
is
I'm
very
like,
strong this year.
No,
so
Puerto
good.
Rico
It
is
did it for me.
Philippines.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love
Philippines is
Turkey.
gorgeous.
Turkey is so hot.
Turkey is
I love
handsome.
Turkey.
Yeah, but looking at
Okay.
how the performance is going,
I feel like Puerto
Philippines
Rico will win
is
based
beautiful,
on
but
the
I think Puerto
yeah.
Rico is the first candidate for Puerto Rico in ages that
In
we have
ages.
a shot.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
last person that was close to the crown was Germán Cardoso, which we went to college together in Puerto Rico. And he was first runner up, and that's the furthest we made it in Mr. World.
Mr. World.
And this
Right.
year, Puerto Rico, this guy represents me.
Danny.
He is so humble. He knows how to talk. He's down to earth. He was first place on sports. I think he has a good
Yes.
chance to win, and I hope he do. The bad part about Mr. World is that it's happening like every freaking 5 years.
Yeah, it happens once in
Yeah,
a
what is
it
while.
should
going-
happen every year, really.
What
At least
Yeah.
every
it
2
started pretty
years.
good, and they started every 2 years, and not like every almost 5 years. At this point, when you win this year, you cannot get married until in 10 years. You can get your crown. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like USA. I like Vietnam. Vietnam is
Vietnam is
very
handsome.
good.
Very handsome.
Very handsome. I like actually Pakistan is not bad looking. Lebanon. Hello.
Yeah.
Lebanon.
Lebanon is good looking. Yes, Lebanon.
Mhm.
Lebanese men never fail, honey.
Oh, honey, no, they don't.
They
So,
always do very, very well. So I expect
Yeah.
Lebanon to be in the top 5. Yes.
What about Venezuela? What are you guys thinking of Mr. Venezuela? I mean, he's quite like he looks like Mr. World or Mr. Supranational. Could do good in either of them.
He's okay. He doesn't do anything to me in particular. Argentina, by the way, is the boyfriend of Nikki Demura,
Gosh, Nikki.
Miss Grand
Yeah.
Philippines
Mhm.
last year.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he's like
But he's
very
not going
young.
to I don't think he will win though. He looks
Oh
like
God,
a baby.
he still needs some milk. Like even Mr. Northern Ireland is 18.
Mhm.
He's like a
Oh,
kid.
he's a baby. Right.
Okay, did you see the national costume? Like Canada's
Yeah, yeah.
costume? What the hell was that?
It was denim
was
and
like
denim
a-
and denim.
It was like a denim like jacket and pants and stuff and everything with a Canadian flag and a cowboy hat. That's a costume? I don't think so. Okay, no effort whatsoever. Okay, it's the same with Australia with this Crocodile Dundee. Oh, not was it? Yeah, Crocodile Dundee outfit or Steve Irwin rather. Steve Irwin
Oh,
costume.
I wanted to ask you about Australia. He won Manhunt International, right? So
He
a
is
lot of
hot,
people
though.
think he will
He is
win
hot.
or like he will be in like top 5 Australia because he has international title. Like what are your thoughts
think
on
so, too.
Australia?
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I
but
think we'll win top
the
5.
competitions and the platform are completely different. So,
I like Australia. I like USA. I like
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. I like Thailand too.
What about
Yeah.
Italy? Do you guys not like Bruno? I think Bruno will be in top 5.
He's overrated.
He's
Do you think
over.
it's too much? Like
He's
I
overrated.
don't mind. Like the Italian man has that like that special thing.
Yeah,
like-
he's all body. That's it. That's all for me.
who's the one that has been competing recently in all the
Lebanon. I forgot
pageants?
Lebanon too. What? Turkey.
There's one contender that has been competing recently in almost in every male pageant, and somebody said, "Here we go again. Now he's Mr. World."
I think that's
But I
Bruno.
think Cas-
Italy. I think that's
Italy,
Italy.
okay.
Yeah, he represented Ecuador in Mr. International,
Supra.
right? Super.
Yeah.
International, Supra, and I think global. If I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, it's like 3 pageants before.
Mhm.
I don't
Yes.
mind. Like do as much as you can until you get the crown. Like for me, that's not an issue.
Yes.
Oh,
And of course, as usual, Julia Morley is the head of the judging panel, along with her little family of choreographer, like
Yeah.
Donna Walsh was there, and then other friends and whatnot. So it's all in the family. So judging system. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And
Well,
after
I
Miss
know
World, that's
that.
it, right? No more
Pardon?
contests after
No.
Miss World.
No, I
No.
think that's the last one.
That's
No.
it. That's the last one. That's the last major.
Miss,
one.
yeah,
That's
the last
last.
one for the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, help
Not
us all.
We
Miss
need a
Mr.
break. Thank you.
We need a break. Oh my God, I have to do my end of the year review. There's so many things to say. Oh my God.
What break? We already want to start working with the new queen to go to Colombia in January.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about like the big
pageants. Yes.
Yeah, but you said we need a break.
No, we need a break. I need a break. I need to recover.
Oh my God, me too. Especially November has been very, very tough. November.
Yeah.
All these
October,
like
November is for me has
it's
been
all
like
bunched up together. That's
hold on.
why.
There's a question for us, Rafa. Sorry. Who's El Tocuyo? Are you familiar with
Oh,
El
For
Tocuyo,
me,
George?
Dominican Republic is Miss El Tocuyo.
No,
but she
she
placed.
made it.
She made
Colombia.
top
El
30.
Tocuyo is the one that is favorite, but doesn't
Yeah,
make the cut.
unplaced.
Well, she was
So Brazil.
she was the favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah, but
No,
she
Yeah.
but
placed.
it's not
She placed.
Oh,
like,
not
at
placed.
all.
Not placed.
Brazil.
Colombia.
Colombia and Brazil.
Colombia.
No,
Colombia.
Colombia.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
Brazil.
Colombia.
Colombia.
El Tocuyo
Brazil,
is
Colombia, and
Colombia.
Brazil did not
I like
play.
both of them. Yeah, but like didn't place.
Pero more Colombia than Brazil.
More Colombia than Brazil.
Oh, Brazil came out with a video accusing her national director of mistreating her. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
What is
Okay.
this? These girls are just, I don't understand.
More
what's going
stories.
on.
More stories will come out, I'm sure. Little by little, they will speak up. For
I'm
sure.
just dying laughing because they don't make it. Oh my God, this happened with my director. This happened with my makeup artist. That one is like, I pay for everything.
Somebody is saying Somalia is Miss El Tocuyo.
No.
No.
But no one had her in like top anything, I don't think. Somalia. So how
Yeah.
is that?
I have her on my, I think she was gorgeous.
Yeah. Hi, Rafa. Who are the candidates that are facially beautiful? Those that match the photos and in real life. I can tell you, Chile. Chile is beautiful.
We didn't talk about Chile. I heard she's going to
She
Miss
needs
Grand.
to compete
She's
in Miss
coming to
Grand.
Miss Grand.
I'm so happy.
Chile
I'm
is
so happy.
beautiful. Oh my God.
Yes.
Like face-wise, gorgeous. Something about her face is magical.
Rafa, I
also,
heard
believe it or not,
Huh?
nobody noticed Moldova. Moldova is beautiful in
Oh.
photos and also in
Okay.
person. A lot of beautiful girls. Who else? Oh, US Virgin Islands, stunning.
Yes.
In person.
I have her in my list.
In photos as well. A lot of gorgeous girls. Yeah.
Yeah, but
lots
some of them,
disappointment.
they killed them with
Bolivia
the.
too. Bolivia is gorgeous in person.
Bolivia looks nice on videos too. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I was gonna say, is it true, Rafa, that Michelle D, Miss Universe Philippines, she's coming to MGI? Is that true? I've been hearing a lot of rumors
That's
about
what I
this.
heard.
I don't know if it's
No,
true.
I think it's a rumor. Another rumor.
I mean, if she comes,
Yeah.
it'd be great. I
Michelle-
would love to see Michelle.
So that
in
this will
MGI.
be her third pageant now, correct?
Yeah,
Third
but
pageant.
I
Miss
don't-
World, Miss Universe, MGI. Yeah.
I don't find Michelle facially beautiful though.
I think she's pretty. Like,
I mean, she's
also
very
she has a great.
stylish. She's very stylish,
Yes.
but facially beautiful. No, just average. I think for me.
You know what? Michelle wasn't my. I think she looked stunning in Miss Universe. She wasn't like, even when she won Miss
Yes.
Philippines.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what is gonna happen? But then she kind of
I
dry
think the
up a
full hair.
little,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then that the Michelle because after that, even when she gave the crown, past the title, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, Michelle, go for it. But
I like Michelle. Yeah.
her transformation on the road to Miss Universe, that's when you were able to see the real beauty. Because
Yes.
from Miss Philippines back was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, after like Philippines placing like runner-up at MGI, I think the next goal is obviously get the crown. So like Philippines has to crown someone who has the following, the body, the brains, and the business. And I think her family is like some business people, right? Like is it Bank of China? I forgot one of the
something
big
like that.
yeah, like she comes from a good family. So I feel like Nawat will love Michelle. So if she
I
wants to go
think
to
if
Miss
she
Grand,
go to Miss Grand,
she'll
she
win.
can win.
I think she will win.
I don't know. I think
she will do the fight.
No one's
Yeah.
still playing with the Filipinos' psyche. I think.
Yeah.
No, but
It's like, you know,
I don't know.
I mean, he's holding this like this bone in
This-
front of the Filipinos. Here you
He's
go,
edging
Filipino
them.
people, Filipino people. This is my bone, my golden bone. You know, one of these days I'm gonna give it to you. You know, this
I don't know. I feel like if
Whatever.
Michelle wins like MGP, like I think she could win the golden. Like I don't know why. It's between Chile and Philippines for next year. If both of them come, it will be like a great
Well,
battle.
Sheila is beautiful. She knows how to sing. She had the stardom, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So
I-
Bonaire, yeah. Rafa, what do you think of Bonaire? Bonaire is pretty in person.
Yes,
Uh,
pretty.
Beautiful. Spain was a disappointment. She looks ordinary to me. She didn't really stand out. Israel, no, not in person. No, not in person. Sorry. Oh, we still have Miss Charm, Noemi. Miss Charm is the last
When
batch
is Miss
of the
Charm?
year, but we don't know.
Okay.
It's December in Vietnam.
Is it happening?
December.
If it's happening or
But they
not.
keep changing the
it
dates though.
happens.
Let's go.
yeah,
In Vietnam.
count me for the live, and I'm gonna go straight to
No,
watch it
I
live.
was gonna go when they were gonna do it in LA, and I purchased my ticket, and I had to cancel it. So no,
All right.
goodbye. Goodbye.
All right. So I'm sure they're probably gonna put a grand show, probably better than Miss Cosmo or something. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, we did not even talk about the crown. I just completely forgot. What do you
Let's
think of the
talk
new
about
crown?
The Light of
Miss US.
Infinity by Jewel Mayer.
Yes. What do you think?
I love that crown. I saw it in person, really up close. Oh my God. It's probably
Do you
one of the
like it?
beautiful crowns I've ever seen.
It's beautiful.
The universe, yeah.
I like it.
All
So
these
a lot of
precious
people were
pearls and the
comparing them
gold and
for.
the style and everything. It fits
A
Miss
lot of
Denmark's
people-
beautiful head, for sure.
I think they were comparing them with the Philippine crown. I saw a picture. Or
It looks
something on
similar.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks similar to the Miss Universe Philippines crown, except this one doesn't have as many yellow pearls compared to the nationals.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
mean,
think
like,
it's beautiful. I
it's
think it's
fine.
really
It's
pretty.
beautiful. Yeah. What do you think of Chelsea, Rafa? Yeah, Chelsea is prettier, I think, in person than on photos. She's something about her that's radiant in person. India, another beautiful girl, stunning.
Beautiful,
I saw
yeah.
her. Let me see. No, Australia didn't do anything for me. Sorry, she was kind of boring. Slovakia, tall. Slovakia is like giant. She's like one of the tallest, and Romania too. Romania is very, very tall, very, very
Right.
sweet, very charming. Yeah. So those are the girls that I met. A lot of disappointments, but a lot of good impressions too. All right,
Mhm.
let's wrap it up. Anything
Yeah.
else
Okay.
that we need to add before we end this chat?
I will see you guys for Miss Charm if they do it in December.
Miss Sham.
No, well, I
That's
mean,
funny.
when is Mr. World, George? The finals.
It's in the 23rd, so in 2 days from now.
Oh,
After 2 days
okay.
in
Thanksgiving
Vietnam.
weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I can do a live reaction. Damn it, the YouTube demonetized me again. Damn it.
How-
Yeah.
hate
Oh,
How
by
do you
the
know
way,
that?
be careful about the monetization. It's quite tricky. That's like if you say certain words, they will demonetize your account. That's
No,
why I
it's
didn't see
not,
the
it's
C
not
word.
even worse. Okay, fine. Confession time. Okay. I
Yeah.
uploaded like a bunch of like short clips from Miss Grand and other pageants. And rather than actually narrating over it, I just
Mm.
added captions and stuff describing the situation. And
Right.
they do not accept that. They
Mm.
when you're reusing content, they don't
Mm.
accept that. So I did end up deleting all of them,
Okay.
or sometimes over 200,000 views. All those clips had over
Oh.
200,000 views. So I deleted them. I lost some views, but you know what? I'd rather get demonetized and reapply for in February than
Mm.
lose my channel altogether. So
Right.
you live and learn. You live.
Yeah.
My friend would say. So
It's quite
I would
tricky
be
being
very
YouTuber.
much careful next time.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting
okay.
monetized. for this
Last
chat.
question. Last question for before we go. So, if you have to give the title or like the golden award of like best pageant of 2024, which pageant will you give to?
Internet grand,
Grand.
no doubt.
Miss
Yeah.
Grand?
Can't
Okay.
compare.
Yeah.
I have a tie.
I wouldn't even include Miss Universe in that category. Okay.
I have a tie.
No, but Miss
Between which pageants?
Miss Grand, Miss International.
Cosmo.
What else? I think it's
Cosmo.
between Miss Grand and Miss Cosmo. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the two.
Mm.
Grand
period.
and Cosmos. But
Yeah.
improvement, international. and not
Oh,
because
for
Cuba
sure.
made it, but
Mhm.
again, they improved so much, and those swimsuit pictures, killers. I love it.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
They look amazing. That was a great improvement.
Yeah, definitely.
Improvement award goes to Miss International, and the best pageant this year is Grand and Cosmos.
Mhm.
And the worst pageant is Sashay Away with Miss Universe.
If we could add saying hello,
Hopefully,
hello.
Khun Anne will see this video.
Hold on. When is
Raul will
Miss
see this
World?
video.
When is Miss World?
Oh, wait, let me check.
Next year, isn't it? They would
Yes,
have
early next year.
2025, early 2025.
Okay. Because normally it's around. Remember that it used to be like around this time, like Grand World, and then Miss Universe. I'm like,
Okay. Yeah. So I would if you were going to make the best, I would put definitely Grand on top, followed by Cosmo, and then Supranational, and then International.
Okay.
I kind of
Mhm.
prefer Supranational as, production, International. And
Yeah.
Oh, you prefer international over Miss World? I thought Miss World did quite decent in India. The production was quite nice. I actually like
it was
the
okay.
stage.
Yeah, it was okay.
was
Okay.
good, but it's not like in the what you were expecting, like when they did it
Yeah.
before,
Right.
when I think when in 1990.
What about the best male pageant? Mr. World?
Miss World, Mr. World, I
Mr.
guess.
World, I guess. Yeah. Like,
Just
I
takes
mean,
place in
it
Vietnam?
hasn't finished, so like, yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Mr.
But
Global?
reactivity is more exciting than Miss Universe.
Mr. International?
No.
Nope. Really? I'm shocked.
It's just
I mean, it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet, so I don't know.
The best
Yeah.
pageant
It's
vlogger,
next month.
Janice asks.
the best
Okay.
pageant blogger. Well, we have several.
It's in
We
December.
have,
Yeah,
Several.
so I can't comment.
we have
We
several
can't
times.
comment.
We
There's
can
too
comment.
many.
Too many.
Like,
Too
if I
many
had to,
pageant vloggers. Okay.
yeah,
Let's do it by continents
Yeah.
then. That way we can include everybody.
Most beautiful queen this year.
There's
we're gonna
all
do
of them are beautiful.
Janice.
The
We're gonna
Greek
do all these categories.
there's so many
All
for
of them are
beauty.
beautiful.
So
We're gonna
many.
have another
Yeah.
live chat to
Yeah.
select our best for the end of the
Yeah.
year.
Best for the
as well.
year. We could do a best for a year, like the
I want to be on
Oscars.
that one.
Yeah.
I want to be on that.
The
Best,
Oscars of
best
pageantry.
and worst. We'll add worst too.
It's a
The
Yeah,
awards.
please.
The worst beauty queen, the worst host, the worst show.
We'll give the Razzie to the worst,
Yeah. Toad.
and then the
It's a
Oscars
toot
to
or a
the
boot.
best.
Rafa is the best. Yes, I am the best.
No, we need to be inclusive. We have two Asian bloggers.
Rafa,
George is
Actually,
here.
I would probably give it to like Pageant Nerd if I had to be like really blunt. Because I think he did really fabulous. Even though I know he said he's like retiring from like pageantry, he came
And then
back.
he came
He like, gave
back.
us like really good. So I'm really
and then he
happy.
came back.
And I didn't know he
Yes.
was Asian. Rafa, I thought he was white. I thought he was Australian.
He's half
He
Filipino.
sees half like
He has
yeah, so like
Filipino.
new news. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, definitely. All right.
Oh, Intercontinental is coming up.
Who care? We don't care about that.
Oh,
Well, we
yeah,
don't
it's
okay.
care.
We don't care about
Okay, I'm
Intercontinental.
sorry. Okay, sorry. Somebody
That's
posted.
trash. Intercontinental is
trash.
trash. Okay, it's a human trafficking pageant. We all know that. Okay.
Hey, I know
Yeah.
you.
Detlef,
before
I'm
we
talking
leave-
to you. You know
before
what I'm
we-
talking about, Detlef.
I don't know.
Before we leave, what is your opinion about the
Fun fact,
Bangladesh?
people. Fun fact. Noemi used to date Detlef.
Oh, okay.
That was many years
Oh.
ago. Many years ago. Many years ago.
Many moons ago.
When he was in his prime and I was in my prime, okay?
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk. We forgot to talk about Olivia Culpo.
What about her?
She was like swaying most of the time doing the show. Like she was like moving constantly. Like what's up with that? Like she's
She
weird.
always do that. I think that's
Okay.
her tick.
Let's take a vote now. Who do you think is a better host, Catriona Gray or Olivia Culpo?
Catriona Gray.
For sure. I want to see Catriona.
Hands down. Not even a
I want to
question.
see Catriona to be the only host next year.
Mm.
Yes.
But what
Why
about
has she
Mario?
not been a
Mario
host
did a
yet,
good
though?
job.
Who?
Mario Lopez.
Oh, Mario Lopez is cute, but we're done with him.
We need What do you mean
I'm
you're
done.
done with
We're
him?
done with Mario
Just-
Lopez.
What
Maybe
do you
Mario
mean
should do
you're
the
done with Mario
backstage.
Lopez?
They need
The
to switch
best,
places, okay? Mario should
the
do the
best male
backstage
host is
with
the
Zuri
guy from
Hall,
China.
and Catriona should do the main gig job
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you need a guy. You need
for
a
a
guy.
change. Okay,
I think the
fine.
best
Get rid of
male
Olivia
guy is-
Culpo and just stick with Mario.
Stick with Mario.
But have you seen his face close up? It's all Botoxed.
Yeah.
Noemi
Yeah.
loves Mario. I can
And
tell.
his eyes have gotten smaller too. His eyelid or something. They become like really.
I've
like,
loved Mario since like Save from the Bell. So
Well, this
Hi.
time he wasn't saved by the
Yeah,
bell.
he
He's
is
saved by the
cute.
Botox.
Yeah.
But
Botox!
I think
Catriona
Arbani
should be the main
has the-
host. I totally agree. Mario is a boring host. What about Shanice and Arbany doing the prelims? Horrible.
I don't
Arbani
want
is
him back, though.
amazing.
Shanice, the way she
No,
was like
I would give her
yelling
credit,
the
though.
names of the countries.
Arbany did good.
Argentina,
Arbany did good.
Aruba. She
Mhm.
was like,
Yeah, I was like, who is yelling? And when I noticed, I
Who's
said,
yelling?
oh my God.
and
She
Arbany was
is
like, the
high
opposite. She
on
was like,
Celsius
calm,
or
you
something.
know?
Because, I don't know. Arbani did a good job as a host, for the preliminary.
I think they should
Oh,
have
for
maybe like
sure.
Catriona and like Arbany Gabriel for like next year Miss Universe as like the main host. I think they have good chemistry.
And
They have
Those
the
two.
good chemistry. I think they
and
have
the
a good
Asian
chemistry.
girl, I forgot her name
They're
right
pretty good.
now. The Asian girl,
Which one?
that host, the Asian girl that co-hosted Miss Philippines with Arbani. I forgot her name.
Oh, Ginny
Uh,
Mai.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love her
Jeannie.
energy.
Entertainment.
Jeannie.
I love
Yeah.
her energy.
Yes.
Yes. I can stand two women co-hosting,
Mm.
but not three. Okay.
No,
That's
not
too
Yeah,
much.
it's a bit too many.
Two. Two,
many.
definitely.
No, but they
Definitely
can
two.
kind of divide like backstage and what. It's just their energy is pretty good. They're very like maybe we
Yeah.
can have Arbani in the back co-hosting, and then you have Catriona and
Mhm.
the other one. You know.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
Jenny.
Exactly.
Right. I can see
All
that.
right. Anything else? We're gonna wrap it up. That's about
Yeah.
it, right? All right.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Good night,
So
everybody.
from the scale of 1 to 10, Miss Universe production, how would you rate
F,
it?
Negative 100.
F,
You guys are brutal. Oh my
I'll give
god.
it 2. 2 points out of 10. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, hold on. Negative 99 because they got it good with the winner. Because I like the winner.
Yeah.
But other than
yeah,
that,
the winner,
negative.
yes.
Yeah, the winner
But
and the
when it
top
comes
two.
to the
Yeah.
production, was negative 100.
The format, yeah.
Negative
It
100.
was all too confusing.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All too
Yeah.
confusing. Yeah, I'll probably give it like and I'm being very kind. Probably give it a 4.
Wow, that's big.
That's too
Very kind,
high.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
So
the high.
next year,
Yeah.
which pageant are you gonna go to next year?
Cosmos.
I want to
Cosmos.
go to Supranational because I told Gerhard, listen, I've never been to Supranational. I've never been to Poland. I would love to go witness, your pageant. Plus, I'm going to be seeing 3 pageants, Mr., Miss, and Miss Polski. So 3 pageants in a row, right? When I
Okay.
go to Poland.
Okay.
So
All right.
you want to go to Europe?
Yeah. Plus, I also want to be a judge. I'm gonna force him to. I spoke
Oh,
to
so-
with them.
okay.
I spoke to with Jonas Goffud, the national director of Miss Universe Philippines. I actually like rushed in. Hi, Jonas. Listen. I asked him when is Miss Universe Philippines, and he said sometime in April. And I told him, listen, I want to be a judge. Okay, I don't want to be a vlogger. And he says, okay, we'll work something out, Rafa. Yeah, so I might be in the Philippines and judge Miss Universe.
That's good.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
So
Yeah.
Rafa, get your credentials for Cosmo. Did you contact them?
Well, do we know what month?
I don't know.
Is it like a month
They haven't
before?
told us. They haven't
Okay.
told us.
Yeah, I hope it's not like November or October.
Well, if
I hope it's not during monsoon season because I can't deal with the humidity again.
But when is
if I-
monsoon
if I-
season? Is it September, October, November? Is it a monsoon season? in
I
Vietnam?
think, yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
well, George needs to be my host if I go to Thailand for Grand. So
Yeah, you guys are more than like welcome to go to Miss Grand. I think it'd be really fun. Like it was really
Oh,
fun to
yeah.
actually go to
So-
like
yeah.
MGI. Yeah,
MGI.
you could actually
we'll see.
feel. Yeah, you could actually feel like the excitement of people, like similar to what he said, right, in Mexico. It was like that,
Mhm.
like an hour before the show started, like people are getting in and they're like cheering for the girls. It was really lovely. And it was my first time going to
Okay.
international pageants, so like I had a great experience.
Let's
Yeah.
assume that Miss Grand and Miss Cosmo happen in the same week. Where would you go if you could only go to one? Grand or Cosmo?
I mean, it's easy for me. But like, I don't have to pick. It's grand, obviously.
Because you're
What
already in
about you
Thailand,
guys?
right?
Yeah, I'm already there, so like I don't have to travel far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
During the press conference in Miss Universe, they announced 8 countries that are possible hosts for next
Mhm.
year.
Hmm.
Argentina, China, Morocco, Vietnam, Dominican Republic, Thailand, and Spain, and one more, I forget. But anyway, so those are
India.
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 Those are the
India. Yeah.
potential. Where would you want the pageant to be next year?
Dominican Republic.
No, I don't want another Latin country. I want something else, something new.
Oh, okay.
Spain.
Spain.
I've never been to
Like Spain.
I've never been to
They should go
Spain.
to Europe.
Spain, Morocco,
Yeah.
India, Thailand. I think the production will probably be best in Thailand. Production.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the connections there.
But it would be
But
nice to have
I
it
think-
done like in Morocco. Just, I don't know.
Yeah,
something
Morocco would
Yeah,
be
Morocco,
great.
like Spain would be more
Imagine.
exciting.
The
More
Marrakesh.
España.
Ooh,
Ooh.
China
Yeah.
would be good too.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah,
No,
Like
China.
somewhere
no.
outside of the
I've
country.
been to
That's one.
China.
China makes good production. You don't like China? You don't like China?
I didn't like China.
Not like China? Why not?
No, don't like China.
Why not China? You don't like the rice there?
No,
She fried rice.
no rice.
She brought rice. God.
You guys are terrible. Morocco would be great. Spain, I don't mind. India would be great because of the Taj Mahal.
India
Taj
would be good
Mahal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, some Moroccan men are hot. Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. Lebanese men are hot too.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. All right, people. That's
Okay.
it. Good night, my lovely guests.
Good night.
Wilfredo de amor, te
See you
quiero.
guys.
Thank
soon.
Mwah, mi corazón.
Noemi, thank you, my love. Congratulations
welcome.
again for Shelby's triumph. Whatnot.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
George, darling, Georgie Porgy. Let's do another live one of these days again.
Lovely having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, people.
Alright,
If you haven't
talk to you
subscribed, yet,
later.
please do so now and follow all of us here because we are
Yes.
pageant royalty. We are the real pageant
The
royalty.
one and only.
The one and only.
Impactful beauty. We're all impactful beauties. Okay. We're all voices for change. We're
There
all
you go.
transformational
Yes.
leaders. We all have
Yes.
we're all beautiful people with a purpose. Okay. What else is missing?
And we share all pageantry.
Exactly.
Oh, chill. Aspiration to
Yes.
inspiration.
More lives,
well.
Janice.
Miss
Don't
Supra.
worry. We'll have
Yeah.
more lives for sure. All right. Have a wonderful
All right, then. I'll
week
talk to you later.
together, people. Love you.
Good night, people.
Bye.